Whoa, good morning, everybody. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, wait, my audio settings. On the wrong audio source on my computer. There we go. My face tracking not working very well. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Better? Maybe better? Hello. Oh my god, this game sound is so loud. I gotta turn it down. Hi, Clara. I saw Rosemi in chat earlier, I think, where someone mentioned Rosemi was here. Hello, everybody. Okay, a couple things right off the bat. I only have about 3 hours before I have to go do something, so no extended yap session pre-game today. Actually, just in general, I'm gonna try and be better about that. But here, the thing you gotta understand is that, like, when we were making our schedules, like before debut, like making our first week schedules and stuff, like, I didn't know I was gonna yap this much, so I didn't put any Zatsus in. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna keep people entertained. I'm a gamer. I will play games to keep people entertained. No, we'll pregame yap a little bit, but like I also want to be able to make some of the MTG content. But yeah, I know. So what this means is that, like, moving forward, like starting next week, we will just have like dedicated Zatsus. We'll just have dedicated yap days where it's like literally there's nothing that we gotta like feel like we gotta move on to, like no games or nothing. We literally can just ramble and rant and see where the wind takes us. Next week, yap week. Yep, next week it's no games at all. The whole entire week is just chatting. No, I'm just kidding. I want to play some games. Yeah, Yapzu. Oh yeah, Yapzus, dude. I like that. That's clever. Yeah, just Yapzus. Yapsudons. So that Ryoma Barrenwort is crazy. I don't have tea. I forgot to make tea. Aw. Maybe in a minute. Maybe in a little bit. That's okay. Honestly, I think every time I make tea anyway, I very often sit down and start talking with all of you, and then I forget about it, and then it gets cold. And then there's like nothing like grosser than like, especially like green tea, when green tea gets cold and it gets bitter. Ugh. VTuber finds out he's a yapper live on stream. Yeah, man. Maybe the Zatsus can have like Twitch-like chats. Maybe we can like think of like maybe different rules. We can even have like specific like streams with specific rules where it's like, this one's a free-for-all session. Go crazy. Don't go crazy, but like, you know what I mean? Like if you want to talk with each other in chat as well, I don't know. We can kind of like feel it out and see how it goes. Yeah, it gets so bitter. Yeah, like yesterday that happened where I forgot about the tea. What was I playing yesterday? Oh, it was Shishingo. Yeah. So like, of course, like especially like that too. I was like so like, or what did it happen during the pre-chat? I don't even remember, man. I don't even remember. Still waiting for Discord official. I won't be making a Discord myself personally. You guys think I have the brain capacity bandwidth to manage everything I'm doing plus manage a Discord? If there are like people if there are fans who want to make like a Discord that's like for like Rionins to like gather and like hang out, and you know, like you guys want to police yourselves and stuff and keep that like a fun, safe, chill community, then I'm not stopping you. As far as like anything like me releasing anything officially from my side, unfortunately that just I just can't. I can't manage that plus like everything else I'm doing, unfortunately. So like it would just be a disaster. It would just be a disaster. Yeah, fan chords. Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's already in progress. There you go. Cool. Right on, man. Well, then it sounds like it's on X parentheses, formerly Twitter, end parentheses, so you might be able to search it up and go find it. Cool. I opened a project Sancor. Yay, let's go. Good morning, Ryoma. Hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you. I've been getting so much sleep. Kind of. More sleep than I normally get, I guess. Like the last 2 days, like I had trouble falling. I don't know. You know, ADHD, my brain just like, my brain is like my cat's at like 2 a.m. whenever I lay down to try to go to sleep, you know, and it just doesn't shut up. So I have a lot of trouble falling asleep. But then normally once I'm asleep, I also wake up pretty frequently. I just am not like, I guess I'm not a very heavy sleeper. But yesterday and today, I slept pretty solidly until I had to get up. I don't know, maybe this is a byproduct of scheduling like a bajillion streams in my first week, plus just like everything else that I've been doing. Maybe. But but it's been kind of nice. It's been kind of nice just like passing out. Because like even on the days when I do like heavy workouts, I don't even like sleep that well. But like yesterday and the day before, like I fell asleep and then I could tell when I woke up that that was like a much deeper sleep than I've had in like years. Not even kidding. Maybe the cold shower side effect. Oh, maybe it's the cold showers too, you think? Does that do a thing when like you take a shower and then, I don't know, maybe, who knows? You did your homework? I watched the MTG video. Yay, I'm so proud. I'm so glad that like the response, I think I said this yesterday, but I'll say it again. I'm like, I was super surprised by how positive the response was, and it made me really happy because again, I made those videos and I just made them the way that I wanted to, and I was like, I think by all like objective like best practices on YouTube these days, it's like this video will not do well, people will not like this video, and I was like, yeah, I know, but this is all the information I want to present and the way I want to present it. And so it makes me really happy that people watched it and that people actually like found it helpful. It made me really happy to see people like, oh man, like this was really interesting. Or people were like, I'm a veteran, but I need a refresher. Or people were like, I'm a newbie, I have no idea anything about this game, but this really helped me. Or there are people who were like, I don't even plan to play the game, but I just listened to this dude yap for like 40 minutes and it was great. And I was like, that any of that makes me super happy. Ryoma, I'm sorry I watched your video so many times, but my brain can't memorize all terms. That's okay, because there's like so many terms in Magic, which is exactly what the video is for. And it's there anytime you want to like maybe go reference it. And then we have a lot more that are just need to be edited. I need to edit them all together. They just take a while to edit because like all the videos themselves are at least 30 to 40 minutes. They're all like 30 to 40 minutes like that first one. So in my editing style is like I have to rewatch everything a bunch of times, so it takes me a really long time to make a video, especially if it's long, because like even that version, I think there is even maybe one typo in that video still. It's like fuck, but like I can't go back through and like re-render a 40-minute video. It takes too long for like one letter. It's like okay, fine. But that one was like version 3, I think. So if you think about me having to watch a video from start to finish that's 40 minutes long 3 times, like that right there is already a huge chunk of my day. It's the yapping that makes us happy. I'm glad. For learning, I prefer longer videos than a 60-minute vertical or 60 minutes vertical video. I have to keep repeating it. Great. Yeah. 60 minute or 60 second? 60 seconds probably. Thanks for the effort though. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. So yeah, I have more on the way. And that version 2 was like version, like I said, like 2 or 3. And like some little touches again. I love my manager so much because she's so like, I don't know, she's just so good. Like I will send her something and she always has some sort of like really good input that like I didn't think of. So like you'll notice whenever like I put a piece of text up on the screen, there's like a little audio cue that goes with it. That was her idea. She was like, why don't you put like, this is great, like how about you could also consider like adding like a little sound cue so that like when your audience hears it, they know that like this is like an important thing, you know? I was like, that's so smart, you're so smart, you're so right. So I went back and did that too, and that was part of like what came out of that final version. Mane-san is the GOAT. How often you drop the videos, like every day or once a week? That's a good question. I don't, for something that long, like something that long form, I don't know. Maybe like once a week. because they take me a while to edit. So like there's two trains of thought, right? I could edit them all and then just drop them back to back or like a couple days apart from each other, but I don't really see that being feasible from my end. So probably it'll take me a week to get one done and then I'll release it. So probably like on a weekly basis, I would imagine, because I'm also doing I have to like do the there's just so many things. This one thing that I've been realizing is there's just so many things, right, that I'm doing. Like like even before going to bed last night, it was like I was ready to go to bed at like maybe like 11 my time. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna get a couple things done before I go to bed, just so I don't have to do them in the morning before stream. And then somehow that turns into like 3 or 4 hours of work before I know it, you know? Yeah, I edit everything by myself. And it's not like, obviously you can tell, like my stuff isn't like crazy editing. Like I don't do crazy edits, you know? Like my edits are like, here's a cut and here's a cut. And then maybe I have like a transition, a fancy transition that I put in. And then I maybe put some text on the screen. Like maybe I make like some text in Photoshop and then move that over. Or maybe I just do text within Premiere, or like all, like my editing is not fancy editing, but it still takes time, you know? The life of a content creator. Yes. Please don't burn yourself out. Okay. No, don't worry. That was one thing that like, I'm very careful of like burnout as a content creator. I know the signs. I know like what to look out for. But it's just more that like this scale being here, and like the scale of stuff that I want to do is so much greater than like anything I've done before. And then I'm just like realizing that there's so much more, because the style, and maybe this is like just a YouTube streaming thing that I'm still just getting used to, like the style of like make waiting rooms. So like you got to make a waiting room, which means you also got to make a thumbnail, which means you also got to remember to like, you also have a schedule, and then you got to remember to, so you make the waiting room, you do all the stuff that's involved with that, like set the tags, set the description, set the thumbnail that you made, or maybe a fan made for you. Thank you, fan artists. And then I got to remember to like schedule the waiting room posts at some point before to remind people on X parentheses formerly Twitter end parentheses. And then I got to remember to schedule my quote retweet for when the stream time starts, so that it posts the quote retweet like the stream is starting. And then so that there's like that, right? There's all of those little things. There's just so much. There's so much like more like little like micro steps, you know, that are involved. Raven More Arts, thank you for the $5. That's such a baller move when you just like drop money and like don't even leave a message. You're just like, here, take this, and then like dip. Like that's crazy. Thank you so much. I think I missed this one yesterday too. Oh no, there's another one. Wait. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I missed this one too. Sorry. This was 5 hours ago. Wait, 5 hours ago? That was this morning? Let's see. Moo, thank you for the Streamlabs tip. I missed this one. That was the first time I sent you SL. I'm so excited. I hope that the content edited by me, not good at English, doesn't make you feel difficult to understand or uncomfortable. And I really love you. I will work hard to learn English. Thank you, Moo, so much. Your English is great. I can't even tell. Great job. Thank you so much for the support. I need to probably also get in the habit, chat. I was thinking about this the other day, where, because I was talking to some senpai and they were like, yeah, what a lot of people do is they they do like maybe a little bit of yapping before, you know, and then they do their game or whatever piece of content is scheduled for the day, and then at the end they read their like super chats and their tips and stuff. And I'm like, I need to like schedule my thing like that, so that, or structure my thing so I don't forget, so I don't miss, because I feel so guilty if I miss anything that someone like tips. Like, oh, I'm a terrible human being if I forget. If you took the time out of your day to give me your hard-earned money and then I didn't like thank you for that, I'm just literally gonna go to bed feeling like the shittiest human being on the planet. Just take the money, you yappers. Crazy. I gotta eat. I'll listen in the background, but won't chat. Have fun, Ryoma and Ronins. Have good eats. Have good noms, Nova. Yeah, that's usually the flow. Yeah, I gotta remember to do that. I gotta structure my stuff. It's just stuff. It's just habits. It's just like I gotta like, I'm forming habits so that I can be the best YouTube streamer yapper person ever for you. Nicola, thank you for the dodo. Much love, Ryoma. Very, very happy with everyone in Denauth and so excited to see everything you all will do. You're also wonderful and lovely. Also, Miss Twisty said to bully you. So, you're old and very cool, and I hope you have a great stream, Ryoma. Twisty said, what? Ban her. Ban Twisty. That's crazy. Thank you so much for the tip. That's crazy. I'm so happy that everyone is happy with Denauth. I know that on behalf of all of us, I am very safe to say, like, we all really, really appreciate the warm welcome, and we're super excited to be here with everybody. We're just here to make people happy, and we're really excited that you are excited. And I can't wait for everyone to watch our collab on Friday. It's going to be a really great time. Denauth on Denauth violence early in the morning. Yeah, there's a lot of friendly ribbing that we do with each other. But that's great because, like, I think that, like, I don't think that's stuff that you can do if you don't feel, unless you feel comfortable with people, you know what I mean? Good night, morning, good time zone. Good time zone, everybody. I think I gotta leave, my head hurts. I'll watch your stream next time. Have fun streaming, Ryoma, and chat. Hey, feel better. Yeah, take care. Body first. Body, mind, and spirit first, okay? I understand if my level of cringe and yap, like, makes you unwell, then please. Please take care of yourself. I know it's not me. I hope that you feel better. The VOD will always be here. We can't ban Twisty. She's too powerful. Who gave this young lady this much power? That was a mistake. But no, someone didn't think that through. But yeah, I think we have to structure it where, like, I consistently thank things at the end, like chats, like super chats and stuff at the end, because part of the problem is that, like, I don't get the notification in my headset when it comes through. So I don't have the audio cue that something happened. I have to remember to check my recent events, like, thing, you know, because I have object permanence, so I'll forget that they exist. So I have to, like, make sure that that's, like, a habit that I always do that at the end. Twisty has the Ojo Osama buff on 24/7. It's not fair, dude. Yeah, she literally owns a mansion, and yeah. If you want chat, can I remind you? Yeah, that might be a good idea for, like, for at least the first few streams that we're doing this, to just, like, at the end, just be like, don't forget to, like, check for donos and thank people. That way I won't forgore. You could structure it like MTG phases if you want. Yeah, that's, like, a good way to think of it. Thank you, Ravenmore, for the tip again. Thank you. Speaking of phases, shall we get started? Because I only have about 3 hours to play the video game today, and MTG can take quite a while. I think that's an excellent transition. An excellent transition. It takes time. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, and I was yapping about I was yapping about all the stuff that I have to, like, remember to do. So, like, I was just talking about setting up waiting rooms, and then I was like, the shower videos actually take longer than you might expect to make, or they take longer than I expected them to make, and it's not even that complicated. You know, it's really not that complicated. Actually, the thing that takes the most time that I hate is doing captions. I hate making captions. I have the thing where it auto generates them, but then you have to go through and spell check everything, and, like, especially because I'm in the shower and I'm screaming and there's all this extra noise, like, the caption, like, the transcriber thingy is, like, does not get things accurate most of the time. Look at my hands. Yo, shout out to Pineapple on Twitter for making my hands. Look at these. I'm a gamer. You've activated my trap card. That's the right game. I'll move myself a little further over here because wait. My off screen? This is pretty good. Isn't that cool? I got my notes ready. Ready to learn. Hi, Aya Senpai. Get ready to learn today, nerd. Okay, nerds are cool in 2024. What? I've been banned already. Ain't no way. I was joking. Wait, please reconnect. I was joking. Oh no, I was joking. I need to do the thing. Everyone's looking forward to it. Huh? Okay, thank goodness. I was like, there's no way, dude. There's no way I'm getting trolled this early. Like, the comedic timing would be too good. I'm not a nerd. I'm not the one with cards in my hand. Nerd! Okay, you know what? Ban that. Ban her. Yeah, the bad jokes flying back in my face. That's ridiculous. Okay, so where we are at in my game account here is we did the tutorial like I was talking about. I know my brain is telling me that I was working on I was completing a thought, and then I got distracted because the one and only Aya Senpai showed up in chat, and then I abandoned the thought, and I don't remember what it was. But it probably wasn't that important. It was certainly not as important as Aya. So we're gonna move on. Where I am in my game account here is like I did all the tutorial stuff that I recorded the episodes for, but it's still like is walking me through the beginner phase, so I don't have access to like all the online play modes. Like, this is literally all I have. There's way more game modes than this. So I think what we have to do, I don't think color challenge, I think this is versus the AI, which we don't care about. What we care about is versing real humans and making them cry. And then we have access to all the other stuff where I can actually start throwing my money away on drafts. So that's what we're gonna do. How many coworkers have you banned? I mean, it's pretty much every single one that comes in the chat at this point. I always think it's not important if I don't remember. Yeah, the problem is that a lot of the time it was important, though. A lot of the time, it probably was important. I should have thought about how I would structure this, but I think what we'll do is we'll literally just play the game, and then just, like, I'll just yap. I'll just talk out loud and explain my thought process, my processes, you know? As we go. Let's see. What should we do for colors? I am a blue player. I'm a stinky blue player in MTG. Blue is my favorite color. Blue red. Blue red's always a lot of fun. There's a lot of instants and sorceries. You're just a wizard. You're just a wizard. A lot of spell slinging. Charging ahead, so red-green dinos. Red-green is a very, like, aggressive color combo. It mostly focuses on, like, good, like, able-bodied creatures to attack a lot with. Blue-black is a little bit more on the control-y side and basically, like, interactive side. So black has a lot of, like, kill spell stuff, and blue, again, has a lot of, like, tempo control or denial. So this one is just, like, you just hate fun. This is the anti-fun color combo. Growing Hope, white green. Usually this is like weenies, like white green weenies we usually call this. It usually focuses on having lots of dudes, and sometimes they're little and maybe they grow bigger over time. This is basically like the go wide strategy, we call it, because go wide means you add a lot of creatures to your board, so it gets very wide, rather than having like a singular large like creature or something. High fly, blue white flyers is like probably what we'll play. This is a pretty straightforward, solid archetype. Legions of Phyrexia. I think this one is a token strategy deck. It's definitely good. It's not like my favorite to play though. Sylvan Wisdom. Blue green is a lot of fun too. This one has like a combination of like, sometimes these are tempo based. So it means like you have efficient creatures in green, and then you have blue to like throw your opponent off balance. Red black is again kind of similar to like blue black in terms of like it just kills things, but this one has more creature strategy rather than like just make you annoyed strategy. And Scrapyard Sacrifice, yeah, there's a lot of sacrifice mechanics in red green, so like you actually want your stuff to die, which is interesting. Green black is Savage Scavengers. Green black is a lot of fun. This is a very like sort of grindy strategy oftentimes, which I like to play. And it kind of like, you don't care if your stuff dies. You usually have ways to like bring things back from the dead. So think zombies. is a pretty easy way, I think, to categorize like black green sometimes, and this is fun. Red white is very aggressive. This is like Boros is what we call it. Red white aggro. These are very aggressive strategies that are really, you know, they kind of rely on running over your opponent. If you don't run over your opponent in the beginning, then you're kind of screwed because usually your stuff gets outclassed in the late game. But isn't this one blue-white soldiers? I think it is also blue-white soldiers. Yeah, I think it isn't necessarily like only flyers. I think it is just like soldier tokens. What would be an easy one to understand for newer players? We'll start with like a newer players friendly deck, and then we'll go from there. Because like my style tends to go towards like this color combo, or and like like a red blue like interactive deck might be hard to understand. Maybe we just play dinos. What do you guys think? I think we just play dinos, right? Yeah, we probably played dinosaurs. Okay. Yeah, you're taking notes, chat. This will be on the exam. Oh yeah, green white would be a pretty decent one too, probably. I feel like if you're a brand new player, what's your thoughts on this, chat? I feel like if you're a brand new player and you had to hand like a very new player a deck, a multicolor one specifically, not a single color one, I feel like giving them, in my personal opinion, I'd be like, here, take the dinosaurs deck. Oh yeah, there's no background music, sorry. Is that too loud? It's very loud on my headset. I'm actually gonna play with my headphones off because it's too loud for me to think. How's that volume? I thought I escaped after graduation. There's no escaping. I gotta go for now, but here's 2 blue for counterspell or redirect. Up to you. Have fun. Thanks, Raven. Have a good one. I'm glad I saw that one. Hopefully you're still here. Thank you, thank you. It's good. It's good. A bit loud, a little loud. Okay, that's great because I want to turn it down anyway because it hurts my ears. How about 20%? How's that? How is that? Is that a wee bit better? Oh, my voice is a little low. Oh shoot, I was messing with my microphone settings and I forgot to test them. Okay, that's good. Okay, we're gonna play this. It's just sort of an aggressive creature strategy deck. We have spells to make our creatures bigger. We have spells to make our creatures fight other creatures to kill them. So I think this is a pretty decent like strat. This is like gonna be a decent one to like for our very first game. All right, let's go ruin someone's day. What do you think? Oh, I have to select. Okay, submit. Am I playing against real people? Yeah, battle other players. If you win with your chosen deck, it will be added to your collection to play in places like Spark Rank. This event has no entry fee. Try out as many decks as you like until you find 2 colors that speak to you. Then you upgrade it. Okay, cool. Oh, do I have to play the whole thing with this deck? Or can I change mid-event? Whatever. I might be locked into this one. I'm not sure. Ikuzo! Let's go generate some salt. Yeah. You need sodium to survive. The tears of my opponents will sustain me. Okay, so let's talk about evaluating opening hands. You start with 7 cards in your hands. You have the option to mulligan, which is put the cards back, shuffle your library, and draw 7 new cards if you don't like the ones that you drew at the beginning. The penalty is that every time you do that, you have to put 1 card back into your library, so you get an increasingly smaller size. So 7 cards, 6 cards, 5 cards, etc. We have a 2-drop, which is great, and it has haste, which means it can attack the turn that it comes into play. So this is we want an aggressive start from our side. We also go first. Basically, there's a coin toss at the beginning of the game. So 1 player gets to go first. That person is called on the play. The person who goes second is called they are on the draw, because normally when you start your first turn, or when you start your turn in Magic, you draw a card. But the person who plays first does not get to start the game by drawing a card off the top of their deck. Whereas the person who goes second, they do start their first turn drawing a card like normal. So that person is on the draw, and the person who's going first is on the play. Let's see. So we have a 2-drop, but then we don't have another play until 4 mana because this is a 4 cost card. Like we covered in the video, it costs 4. So this isn't a great curve for our deck. We ideally would actually love to go a creature on 2 and then maybe a creature on 3. So this hand isn't great, but This one, when it gets dealt damage, it does kind of draws cards. This is not a super great hand because it doesn't really line up with the start that we want, a really blazing fast start, but it's not bad enough that I think we have to put it back. I think we still have to keep it. We still have to keep it. We're going to start with this land instead of one of these lands. You can see how it says it enters tapped. If you remember watching the video, tapped means that it enters sideways or it's unusable for the turn. So it will be untapped on our next turn. It will be available to use. And we don't have anything that costs 1 mana. We don't have anything to play on turn 1. So we're okay with playing this and not being able to use it on turn 1. And now on turn 2, it will be available. And we're going to play another land and then play our 2 mana creature. Is the BGM still a bit loud? Okay, let's turn that down then some more. How about... It's hard to find a balance because I know people want music. Is that a little bit better? What did you play? You had a 1-drop. You had a 2-1 on turn 1. What? And you get value. It makes one of your cards in your hand cheaper. Wow, my opponent coming out of the gates fast. Okay. We drew a really good dual land. This is a dual land because it produces 2 colors of mana instead of a basic land that only produces 1. And it has a condition. It enters tapped like this one did, unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. So this one's perfect draw on turn 2. Normally this enters tapped, but because it fulfills the condition of 2 or fewer other lands, we only have 1 other land. It's untapped. And now we have access to both of our colors, which is great. We are going to play our Feldon, our human artificer. And he has this text. You'll see this in one of the upcoming videos that I'll upload, but he has haste. So it means he actually can attack the turn that he comes into play. Normally you can't. Is MTG Arena only draft format? Nope, there's all sorts of constructed. There's even like legacy style formats in MTG Arena. It's great. We're gonna go ahead and attack. If they block here, we're okay with it. Because when he's dealt damage, we get to exile cards from the top of our library. So he kind of draws us a card. So look, so now we get to look at 2 cards. Until the end of your next turn, you may play the card. So this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate because we can't use either of these next turn, so it doesn't really matter. So unfortunately, we whiffed there. I really wanted to hit a 2 or 3 cost creature off of him, but we didn't. So that was pretty tragic. Okay, so this is why we were like, oh hi Twisty. What are these sick overlays? Do you like what, dude? Look at all my assets, man. Pineapple on Twitter, the artist on Twitter drew the hands, and then Orihime made my incredible overlay. She doesn't miss. Ori doesn't miss. So let's talk about like what land to play here on turn 3. We don't have a spell to play on turn 3. We have a 4-cost creature, a 6-cost creature, and a 2-cost spell, but this requires that I have a creature in play to even use it, which I don't because my creature died. So I want to get this land specifically into play this turn, the one that enters tapped. Because just like how we played it, a tap land on turn 1, because when you play a tap land, you can't spend it that turn. But we don't have anything to spend it on this turn, so that's okay. What do you have? You have Menace. So Menace means that a creature with Menace can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. And equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. This is a good creature for their strategy. Oh, okay, we finally found a creature, but now it's like, which one do we play? So we have Phoenix, which has haste. We have Dragon Whelp. Okay, so you might be wondering which creature do we play. This one is great because it can attack this turn because it has haste, just like the other creature that died earlier. So we could get 2 points of damage in right now. What about the SFX? Oh, is it too loud, or are you saying you like the sound effects? But here's an example on 4 mana. We're gonna try to be efficient with our mana and spend all of it this turn. Yes, we could play the 3-cost one and get 2 points of damage in this turn, but I actually just want to be more efficient with my mana and spend all of it and play the Dragon Whelp. Because now next turn, we'll have 5 mana. We will add a 5th land to our board, and we can do what we call a double spell that turn, possibly, which is play a 3-mana card, and then we have 2 mana left over. So we could play like something like this. So we could potentially play 2 spells in the same turn next turn by organizing or by ordering our turn this way, by spending 4 mana this turn instead of 3 mana. Because then next turn I would be like, well, I still need to get the dragon into play, so then I would spend 4 out of my 5 mana and not have enough left over to do anything else, which is not great. The SFX are a bit loud. Oh, okay. There's just so much. There's so much going on. Bro's mana maxing. Yeah, you want to be efficient with your mana. Oh, I lost one of my little earbuds for my headphones. No, I have to find it. Oh. Oh, there it is. It popped off of my earbud. Hold on. There we go. Okay, what did they play? They played a artifact. This is a piece of equipment. It is really loud. Can I turn this down even further? Okay, let's do this. I wanted people to be able to hear the game, you know? Yeah, the other person's like, why is the person taking so long? Our opponent has had a much better start than us. We have no way to stack enough damage to kill. Okay, we're gonna play this. We might lose this game. We're already behind. There's a world where we lose this game. Am I blocking? If I block, they get a benefit. I lose probably this creature, maybe this creature, but probably this creature. I'm probably not double blocking this because they might just put an equipment on it and make it really hard to block. I'm gonna take a bunch of damage next turn. I think we're just damage racing is what we call. Yeah, I think we're just damage racing. And I could leave this up to try to kill a creature that they play, but I think I just have to max damage here. So this creature has an ability where we can make it bigger by paying for it, by paying a red mana to make it, to add damage. So I'm just gonna add damage because next turn we get to play this dragon that has haste and we can fly in and crash with it. Okay, they just get a flyer with haste. All right, we're in trouble. We might lose this game. Thank you for explaining to new people who might not understand. I was just going to be here for vibes, but it's nice to learn too. Yeah, I hope that people can learn a little bit. And then at some point after we've been doing this for a little bit, you know, this series for a little bit, then we'll start like, you know, then we'll start playing stuff and like explaining less. But I think since this is just getting introduced to the audience, then we'll take some more time to explain. Yeah, so haste. So normally when you play a creature, it can't attack the turn that it comes into play, that you played it. You have to wait until the turn comes back to your next turn to be able to attack with it. But if your creature has haste, a creature with haste can attack and tap as soon as it comes under your control. So as soon as it gets played, you can actually attack with it. Okay, so Furnace Strider is great because we can like use it to block this. We could double block on this guy. If I play Dragon and attack, that's 4/8. That puts him to 6, but then we're dead. Yeah, because they have 10 power. So we're dead on the next. So we have to... We kind of have to play defense here. And I think I have to threaten double blocking here as well. Yeah, we can't attack here. We have to play defense, which is not ideal. Because we do have a decent block here. My 4/5 toughness means that it's bigger than 4 power. So like I can block here and this card won't have enough power to kill this card. And this card is a bigger card individually, but I have 2 creatures that I can stack block on this guy. Because I can combine, if I put 2 creatures in front of this, then this deals 2 damage and this deals 2 damage and he only has 4 health. So I can kill him and I will lose one of these, but you know, like if the Phoenix dies, it actually gets bigger. This line of text, when it dies, it perpetually gets +2/+2. Perpetually means that like for the rest of the game, it is now bigger. I do have to pay to get it back from the graveyard, but that's great. Like most of the time when creatures die, you can't get them back. This one, because it's a Pahonix, it can come back. I think we're going to see an attack. Yeah. So he's going to say, okay, you want to double block? Sure. Maybe he has a combat trick that blows me out of the water here. It looks like he does. I think he's gonna shoot. I think he's gonna kill one of these so that they don't have enough. Yeah, he's gonna kill one of these so then I don't. Yeah. So what's happening right now is this card deals 4 damage, and my creature only has 2 health, 2 HP. So he's gonna kill this creature before my creature is able to deal damage to his creature. So this one's gonna die and go away. So now only this creature will be left to block this creature, and this one only deals 2 damage, and this has 4 health, so it won't have enough damage to kill it. If this creature was also still alive to help out, then this would deal 2 damage, and this would deal 2 damage, and this would die. But because this is now gonna die before that happens, like this, that dies, and then it says, yeah, it gets bigger. So now, see, the dragon is all by itself. It's just a little 2 power guy versus a 4 health guy. So he's not going to be able to kill it. So his creature is going to survive. He's going to kill 2 of my creatures. And he's going to add another thing to his side of the board. So we're pretty far behind. You know, this is just 4 creatures versus... never mind. 5 creatures versus my 1 creature. So we're in pretty bad shape here. You have to eat, but I'll be back. Have good noms. Have good noms. What does paying to get something out of your graveyard mean? Sorry if it's already mentioned. No, so you'll see it'll pop up here in a second. This creature says at the beginning of combat on your turn, which is a phase in the game, you may pay X and a red mana, where X is this creature's power. So this creature is now 4 power, so I could pay 4. X equals 4. I hate math so much. X equals 4 plus 1 extra red, and then this will actually like put it from the graveyard back into play. It'll come back to life basically because it's a Pahonix, and they can do that. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, this was a good draw. Yeah, this was a good draw. Ooh, destroy target artifact. Oh, this was a huge draw actually. You can just destroy a piece of equipment. Okay. It's basically reviving. Yeah, it's basically reviving. Grinding Duolingo while listening to stream. Ooh, the multitasking goes crazy. Raven, thank you for the $3 again. I thought you went to bed. Are we still dead? We might still be dead. I do see it wants me to pay 4 plus the red mana. I don't have 5 mana. I only have 3 mana available. So decline. Next. We still can't attack. We need as many defenders available as possible, or else we're just gonna lose. I think this game sometimes you're just too far behind to come back from. Morning, Ryoma. Morning. Excuse me. That's terrible for us. That's actually legitimately horrible. So they just played a mythic rare creature. Anything that's got an orange symbol, this is a mythic rare. That's like the highest rarity in the game. This is like their keystone card in their deck. They just have the best card in their deck. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. You may cast equipment spells this way without paying. So you basically get to look at a bunch of cards for free, and then you get to play them for free without paying their cost. So we kind of hecked, not gonna lie. So what do we do here? All right, I'm gonna enter control mode. So we have 2 choices here. Originally, I was going to activate this guy's ability, this bottom line of text, and I can destroy an artifact or enchantment. So I could blow this thing up that's making this thing flying, for example, and get rid of that problem. But now I have to kill this because I can't let him attack and get all the benefits of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, nope. Oh, God. No, I missed the thing because of the rope. GG. All right, well, it took too long. Well, okay, so now all the effects have triggered. So he attacked with 3 creatures, and they triggered this creature's ability 3 times. So I guess you'll get to see the thing happen. Rip. So they hit at least 1 piece of equipment. They hit 1 piece of equipment, so they'll get to put that on the battlefield for free, I think. So... Rip. Okay, well, we still have the other line of play, okay? So what we're going to do now is... We're gonna min-max our mana this turn. We're gonna do this thing again. So I'm gonna remove 3 counters from it and blow up this piece of equipment that makes this dragon flying. Like that. So now he only deals 2 damage and he's on the ground. So we take less damage. We get that problematic thing that made that guy flying off the battlefield. Maybe I should have blown this thing up instead, so he doesn't get an extra card. Hi, Ryoma. Hi. And that's just, this is kind of the way that Magic goes sometimes. It's like literally your opponent might just draw better than you. And you could also, this is one of those things where we could trace it back to the very opening hand that we had. And I said, like, this opening hand is not great for us. It does not really go. Oh, good. I'm glad that I used my ability before it got locked down. I was saying at the beginning that that opening hand wasn't great because it didn't really, like, fulfill our game plan of, like, starting off really fast. Whereas my opponent, like, they had their entire game plan come together of starting really fast. I think we just lose. Because he can just make something bigger. He can, like, make this thing have menace. So there's going to be, like, 4 damage that comes from this I can't block if I don't play a creature. But I have to kill this. So I guess I could kill 2 creatures this turn. I have to kill this. Okay, we literally just have to kill creatures this turn, which is kind of sad. Maybe I have to kill this. I might have to kill the menace guy. Trample's also a problem, though. Trample's not as big of a problem as menace, though. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make my creature fight their creature. My guy gets bigger, and they fight, so they deal damage to each other. But my guy's bigger, so he lives. I'm going to use this card. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature. So we're going to make this guy shoot this guy next turn. I do not have the mana to pay for that, so we can't do anything. I can't attack here. I have to use you as a blocker. It'd be useful to explain what the main thing each color is known for. Yeah, I can do that after this one. Is there different playstyles? Oh, there's so many different playstyles because there's so many different color combinations. So like every color has sort of like a unique, like kind of a style associated with it, and then you can mix and match all the different styles together. What do? You make, yeah, he's just gonna do this so he gets bigger, and then if I kill it, then they get more cards. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so before they attack this time, what we meant to do last time, but we ran out of turn, we're gonna do this. Target creature you can, okay, so I didn't read the card right, that's why I got confused. So this creature is gonna deal 4 damage to this creature. So we kill that creature, so now when they attack, they don't get all that free value that they got last time. I'm dead still anyway, I can't math. Yeah, we're just dead. Whoops. We're just dead, because he has 12 power coming across, so I can block 4 of it, but 8 still comes across, and I die. GG. GG. But yeah, they drew really well. They literally like played something good like every single turn. But also, like again, we can go back to that very first turn. We can literally trace our loss back to the opening hand. That's like how sometimes that's how important sometimes your opening hand matters. Is we had that opening hand where I was like, listen, we have a creature on turn 2 and then nothing until turn 4. And if we don't draw something, like our game plan falls apart really hard. And that's exactly what happened. My voice. Ah. I really ended with negative 21 health. Listen, sometimes it'd be that way. It's okay. Oh, I have some questions here. Okay, let's see. Nicola. Question, Ryoma, and sorry if you've answered this in the past, but do you only enjoy MTG for this style of game? Or would you be open to trying others, such as Hearthstone or Legends of Runeterra? Or perhaps even something like Slay the Spire. Yeah, no, I'm totally open to learning other games. That's why I hope like a senpai will adopt me and then like be like, here, come here, son, come learn this game, and I'll be like, okay. Yeah, because I've never had a reason to like learn any of the games in the past, but now that I'm here, I think it would be a great time to learn. It'd be good content, and I'd have cool people to teach me. So yeah, card battlers. Yeah, well, I like auto chess, like I played Dota Underlords, and that was awesome. And like, so I imagine I would also like Team Fight Tactics, TFT. Because like auto battlers are cool. So I imagine card auto battlers are also pretty much the same. Yu-Gi-Oh with Rosemi would be fun. Yeah, it'd be super fun. You already got Ren down? Okay, sick. TFT mentioned. Yeah, I need to learn TFT. I need to learn Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, there's so much stuff I need to learn. I've never heard of Mechabellum before. I don't know what that is. The Witness? I don't know what that is either. I have heard of Slay the Spire. I've heard that one's really good. I haven't played it, but I've heard it's good. And then the Cookie Angel. Totally unbiased idea that you really don't have to listen to, but would you want to get some games in with viewers where the timer won't be annoying and you'll have time to explain everything? Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we'll do that for the next one. I haven't tried Hearthstone either. Chrono Arc, never heard of it. Let's really quickly explain the colors. That was a good suggestion. So let's talk about blue, my favorite color. Let's talk about bleu, the most superior color. So yeah, there's different colors. There's 5 different colors in Magic. There's white, blue, black, red, green. And then there's colorless. This symbol means colorless. There are some that are just like no color associated with them. And then gold means multicolored. So then there are some cards that are 2-colored or more, even more. Ew, blue deck main. Yeah, I'm a stinky blue player. So the style of blue, like blue is not known for having great creature cards. Like their creatures are usually not as well priced as some other colors in the format have, you know? When you think of blue decks, you don't think of like, man, the creatures are like such big beaters, dude. They got the chonky boys over there in blue that are really like value heavy and efficient. What blue does have in terms of creatures, it is commonly associated with flying creatures, and flyers are very good. So like creature wise in blue, you do have flying things, and that is really strong. But like that's pretty much where it shines. It either has like good flying creatures or it has good walls, we call them. So like this is literally a wall. Like it literally says wall on the card. A wall is a creature that just is good for blocking and not for anything else. Like you play a wall specifically because you're like, I need a thing that blocks so that I can poke at someone in the air and win. This creature here is just a 1/3. It does literally nothing else. It's not technically a wall, but it's basically a wall, you know? Also really quickly, if you see italicized text, you see how there's all this text on this card and you're like, ooh, what does this card do? Is it really powerful? Nope. This is called flavor text. It's basically just like lore text, right? For the River Heralds, the immortal sun is an object of terror and devastation. The idea that anyone would retrieve it for their own use is utterly abhorrent. Abhorrent? Abhorrent. Abhorrent? Abhorrent. I've never had to say that word out loud before. Is that how you say that? Is that how you pronounce that? I've never read that word out loud in my life, I don't think. But yeah, this doesn't make the card do anything. It's called flavor text. It's just there to make the card interesting because it's boring by itself, just so you know. Your later attempts were abhorrent. Do you pronounce the H, the H? Is MTG lore important for gameplay? No. I honestly am like a bad MTG player in the sense that like I don't know all the lore. I don't understand all the lore. I just play the video game. Study English stream, yeah. I just play the video game. There's a lot of lore and I really don't understand it, and it's like all very like interconnected and stuff, and you could be like, what's the lore of Magic? I'd be like, I have no idea. I'm sorry. I am not the guy for that. I just know I know how the mechanics work, you know? The H is pronounced for it. Oh, there you go. There you go. Reading Toscaru. Reading Toscooter. Reading Toscooter. Also, blue is known for having like really annoying effects, like interactive spells. So like unsummon. Oh, the cat feeder went off. This says return target creature to its owner's hand. So this is annoying. Like imagine you spend your turn playing your favorite card, cost a whole bunch of mana, and you're like, haha, how are you going to deal with this opponent? And they say, I'm going to put it back in your hand. And now you have to do it the next turn all over again. And you're like, dang it. That's annoying. Do we have counter magic in here yet? There's no counter spells. Basically, blue is anti-fun. If you play blue, you don't like fun. There are things called counter spells that you say, I want to play I want to play. Hi, Wilson. You say, I want to play this card. This is my favorite card in the entire world. I love this card. I'm going to play it, and it's going to be so much fun to play with it. And then your opponent who's playing blue says, nope. You literally are not allowed to play that card. It does not hit the battlefield. It gets countered, is what we call it. It gets countered, and it goes to the graveyard, and then you cry. And then you go, and then you shake your fist, and you curse all the blue Magic players. Your cat summoned Wilson. Let's talk about black. Black is known for lots and lots, again, kind of another anti-fun color. There's a lot of cards like this where they're just called kill spells. You just destroy things. You just nuke your opponent's board. You say, that's cool. That's a cool card. I'm going to kill it. That card seems problematic. Let's get rid of it. There's a lot of things that kill things in black. So again, if you hate fun, black is, you're going to have fun playing black, you know. Black also has a lot of themes that are like skeletons and zombies and vampires. So if you're kind of into that thing, because like there are a lot of people who play Magic and they don't care about anything. They only care about the thematic stuff, which is totally valid, you know. You're like, hey, I just want to play, like maybe you're like someone who's like, I just really like vampires. I think vampires are cool. I just want to play with decks that have to do with vampires, you know. Totally cool. You're going to find vampires in black. You might find some in white as well, actually. White and black is a fun color pairing if you're into like vampire theme stuff. There's like humans and vampires. Maybe you like werewolves. You're like, there are 2 wolves inside of me and I want to play a werewolves deck. And you say, okay, well, for each wolf inside of you, we have a color. You can play red and you can play green, and you play red and green together and you have a werewolf deck. You know, you've got humans, you've got wolves, all kinds of cool things. So if you just want to play thematic stuff, then like that also is an option. Yeah, you can mix colors together. Yeah. Yeah, werewolves is green red. Werewolves is like there was a werewolf deck back in my day, back in the before times, featuring a card called Master of the Hunt. And oh my god, that card was OP, and that deck was so much fun to play. I played the crap out of the Master of the Hunt werewolves deck. Such a cool, really cool card. Because it just pooped out werewolves. Yeah, Moth mentioned, yeah. It just generated value and it just pooped out werewolves, and it was awesome. So that's black. Black just kills things. Black is just, oh, here's an example of a gold card like I was talking about. See how the frame is gold, the border is gold? If a card has more than one color in its cost, it's a gold card. It's a multicolor. It's got a gold border. So you can see this card is 2-colored. It's red and black. Typically, multicolored cards like this are more powerful because they're harder to cast, right? Because it requires that you build your deck a certain way to make sure you have the mana base, the lands to support casting more than one color. So they're usually harder to play, but have a greater payoff in return. So yeah, so that's black. That's a high-level overview of black. Let's talk about red. Red is a very aggressive coded color. You'll find things like goblins. If you're like into goblins here, there's lots of goblins. There's also like elementals and stuff. And dinosaurs as well. If you like dinosaurs, red is a great color for that kind of thing. Red basically cares about smashing face. That's pretty much just red's entire shtick. It's like, I play creature, I make creature attack you, you die, hopefully. Another thing to point out is like with when we were looking at black, I was like, black has a lot of kill spells, right? It has a lot of destroy target creature effects. Red doesn't really say destroy. Red does can kill things, but it deals damage. There's a difference. There's a difference between a card that says, I kill your creature outright, like your creature is there and then it's not. Red is like, I'm going to poke at it, or I'm gonna throw enough damage at it that it dies. It's different. There's a difference there. You'll kind of understand as you play. There's a difference between stacking damage on something and just saying that creature just outright is now dead. Also, red, this kind of thing to any target. Not only can I throw this like damage at your creature, I can actually throw it at your face because it says any target. You know how sometimes you might be having a gentlemanly duel and you say, okay, there are no rules except we don't hit each other in the face. Okay. You can hit, don't hit below the belt and don't hit in the face. This is a gentlemanly duel, right? Red is like, nah, heck that, bro. You know, I'm gonna sear that beautiful, handsome beard off your face. You're gonna be ugly, and everyone's gonna point and laugh at you now. Yeah, there's no rules with if it says any target, you can throw it at their face. So yeah, red says I don't care about your chivalry. Let's talk about white. Yeah, you do have to throw the glove though. Yeah. That you initiate it with the glove throw, but then it's a no holds barred fight from there on, you know. Look, he's got cats. If you like cats, white's an excellent color. They got kitty cats. I think white is more commonly associated with humans though. No one cares about people. We only care about cats. But yeah, if you're into humans or whatever, then I guess like white's a cool color. I guess whatever. Yeah, white has a lot of like human themes in it. White is like denoted by abilities like lifelink. Lifelink is a ability whenever a creature deals damage and it has a lifelink ability, then you gain that much life. So this creature, this kitty cat, is adorable cat, deals 1 damage. So anytime it deals 1 damage, you gain 1 life. It's like lifesteal basically. It also white. So again, talking about like how we deal with creatures, remember black was like, I kill your creature. And then red was like, I burn your creature until it dies. White is like, I'm just going to put your creature in timeout. Enchant creature, it can't attack or block. It's like, okay, your creature gets to live. It just sits there, but it's in the corner and it has to think about what it's done for the rest of the game. It can't do anything. It just sits there. So white just puts things in timeout most of the time. I don't know if I have any exile effects in here. The other thing is like, instead of killing, because we're white, we're like pure. Okay, we don't kill. We're above barbarian techniques like that, like killing or burning. It does something called exile, which is not the same as dying. It just removes it from the game, basically, is the only way I can think to like phrase it. So white is like, I exile your thing because haha, that's much more like sanitary than killing or burning. You know, whenever putting something in timeout is like not effective enough, it's like we exile it. We just straight up say it's not in the game anymore. So that's what white does too. Oh yeah, white has angels. It has angels. So if you're like an angel enjoyer, maybe you're like I like playing Mercy in Overwatch or something. It has angels. Yeah, I don't have portable hole. Yeah, like obviously this is a new account, so like our library is like very slim right now, unfortunately. It's very, very slim. Guys, I was watching Boondock Saints clips. Or I was watching Boondock Saints. Has anyone seen Boondock Saints? I fucking love that movie so much. And so like when I saw the angel, and I like literally what came to mind was that scene in the police station where Willem Dafoe is like talking to the he's talking to the cops in the police station, and he's like, we talked to all the neighbors and the consensus is that these two guys, they're angels. That's what I was quoting. Anyway, okay. Let's move on to green. There was a firefight. God, that scene's so iconic. And then green. Last we have green. Green is just big aminals, big dudes. You got centaurs. I actually don't know how to say that word. Centaurs? I think it's centaurs. Is it centaurs? Centaurs. Dinar. That's how Rendad says it. He pronounces us dinar. So would he say centaur? Is that how Ren would? And then you got like beasts, you know, you got unicorns, you got elves. Yeah. More dinosaurs, you got more spooters, you got all kinds of things in green. You got merfolk. Yeah, elves. Can't forget the elves. Yeah, a lot of elf deck enjoyers. Elf strategy. Like honestly, like elf strat is like honestly like really good, like high key. But yeah, green is basically we have really mana, like we have really good value costed creatures, and we also like to make them bigger. Get bigger, get bigger, get bigger. That's basically green in a nutshell. Green is big creatures get bigger. Big creatures too big for you. big creatures too bigger for your creatures that are not so bigger. So my bigger creatures than your bigger creatures, you die. That's green. Okay. Oh yeah, and it also makes mana. Yeah. I see Big Spooter, all glass and house shatters. Yeah. And give you like 2 lands out of a turn. That too. Yeah, it's also got ramp. It's got mana ramp. Where basically you mana ramp is like normally you can only play 1 land a turn. Mana ramp is like I can add 2 lands or more to my battlefield in a turn. Big kill small, me happy. Yeah. I love ramp strategies, but I also think ramp is like pretty broken. All right, so we're gonna play against the AI, like someone suggested. So we're white versus red. This is a goblin deck. Goblin decks typically have like smaller creatures in the beginning, but solo goblin weak, many goblin together strong. So like at some point this deck is going to become a problem. So we're going to play our land for the turn. You can only play 1 land a turn normally, like I was just saying, unless you're playing a green deck typically. Green has some strategies that let you play more than 1. Let's see here. So let's talk about ordering our turn. How should we do this? Okay, so we have a bunch of 2-costed creatures. All of these cost 2 mana. You have a 1. If it's a gray, this is like a generic mana cost or mana symbol. And then this is in the video if you haven't watched my guide, but this is for anyone who hasn't watched the guide. The way that you calculate, apparently they changed this to just mana value or something, or I forgot what someone commented that they changed. Back in my day, this was called CMC, or converted mana cost. And the way that you figure out a card's converted mana cost is you add these symbols together. So whatever number is in this is 1. If this was a 2, then we would say 2. And then this, however many of these symbols there are. So you would go 1 of these plus 1 symbol, that's 2. Right? If this was a 2 in this gray circle, you would say 2, and then plus 1 symbol, 2 plus 1, 3. So all of my cards in my hand all cost the same. So now we want to look at, okay, well, which one do we play? Because, you know, I don't know. There's a couple ways to go about this. What we are going to do is we're going to play this guy first. Because he has this line of text, this ability that says, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, so my side, you gain 1 life. So we want to gain some life. So we want this guy to be in play, because now if he's on the battlefield, every creature we put on the battlefield after him gains us a point of life. So it makes every creature that we play more valuable, which is pretty cool. And then we have this guy. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Hollowed Priest. What is a +1/+1 counter? A +1/+1 counter, +1, you see how it's got the slash? So it gives it plus an extra point of power and an extra point of toughness, or an extra point of health. So, but it's conditional on this, whenever you gain life. So you'll see the interaction next turn. So I'm going to play this guy. Also importantly, he's a 2/2. He's 2 power, 2 toughness, so he's bigger than these goblins. These goblins are only 1 power and 1 toughness, so they can't attack into my guy because he's just bigger and he'll kill them for free. So now what's going to happen, you're going to see this interaction. So remember, this guy, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. So we're going to play a creature and we're going to gain a life. And then this card says, whenever you gain life, you get to make this creature bigger. So we're going to play him. He's going to trigger this guy, it's called. He's going to make this ability pop. So watch, play this card. This will pop. See? And then, well, it kind of blew through that, so I couldn't really show you. But basically, played him. This guy hitting the battlefield made him say, okay, well, we gain a life. And then because we gained a life, this guy's text also procced and said, okay, well, you gained a life, so now we get this counter. And he got bigger. But yeah, we're kind of comboing. Let's see here. We don't want to attack. We could attack, right? We could say this guy attacks, but he could put 1 goblin in front and then the other goblin in front, and their power gets combined by their powers combined in the power of goblin friendship. This would deal 1 damage and this would deal 1 damage, and this only has 2 health, so he would die. And I don't want to lose this guy because he's generating value. His value is not coming from attacking. His value is coming from sitting on the battlefield and doing nothing and just giving us life whenever something gets played. So we don't want to risk him. So we're not going to attack with him. Yeah, I thought it would like, I think I have it set so that the triggers, I don't want, auto tap is fine. Auto order triggered abilities. Oh, it's only if there was an order. Okay, that's why. Yeah, I should have held priority. Oh my god. Okay, we drew another one. So we drew another one. So what's cool is that there isn't like there's something in Magic called a legend rule. There are some cards that have a line that say legendary creature. And if it's the exact same creature, you can't have more than one copy on the battlefield. But this is just a normal, this isn't a legend creature. And I drew another one. So we get to play another one. Watch what's going to happen. I should put control. Shit, I didn't. Okay, well, we're in full control now. So now I have two. So now anytime another creature hits the battlefield, this guy's going to proc, and then this guy's going to proc. And we're going to gain a life, and we're going to gain a life. And then this guy's going to proc again, and then again. Here we go. Any commander players in chat? Yeah, commander players love their life gain. I'm losing brain cells. I'm sorry. I'm trying to say. So watch what's going to happen. So we have two of these now, and we're going to play a second copy of this guy. So things are about to get kind of big. So watch. Boom, boom. All right. So here we go. So see, two triggers. You can click view battlefield to see. So this guy triggered and this guy triggered. It's letting me order these because sometimes you do want things to resolve in a specific order. Like you do want things to happen in a specific order. This doesn't matter because they're identical. So here we go. Trigger, trigger. See this trigger, this trigger. So we're going to hit resolve, that one. And then so what happens? I clicked resolve. So it said, okay, I gained a life. I went from 21 to 22. And because I gained that 1 point of life, both these guys said, ooh, life, yummy. I want to get bigger. So then now it's showing us, okay, this guy triggered and this guy triggered. And I say, okay, they're both the same. The order doesn't matter. So now we're going to say, okay, you get bigger. Okay, you get bigger. See, bigger, bigger. And then this guy's ability hasn't resolved yet. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to gain a life. I'm going to go from 22 to 23. Click resolve. Life gained. Both these guys say, oh, more life, yummy. I want to get bigger again. Life makes me so excited. I just can't help getting bigger. And then, yeah. And then boom, boom. Now this is big. Now this is big. Hopefully that made sense. And then now we're going to only attack with this guy because we don't want to risk this guy. What did they play? It's just a 2-3, 5-5, or no, 2-3 and a 1-1. So we have a big priest. Okay. He's 5 power and 5 toughness now. And why is he? Remember, he was a 1-1 at the beginning. He was a little dinky 1-1, but he has 4 counters on him now after all these triggers happens. And counters can just keep stacking. He could just keep growing. I could not attack with him this turn, and he could just keep growing. But I am going to attack with him this turn. Now the way that combat works, if you missed my my guide, in Magic we don't attack creatures, we attack face. This isn't a game. This isn't a card game where I can say my really big dude, I want him to kill this creature, and I'm going to have them fight each other this turn. That's not how Magic works. Magic works by declaring someone as an attacker going towards the player. And then, so the attacking player says, I want to attack with this creature. And then the defending player gets to say, okay, I guess I will put my creature in front of yours and let it die or something. Or maybe my creature is big enough that if they block each other, they'll kill each other. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, attack face, attack face. You can do something as the defending player called stack blocking. So while this creature is smaller than my 5/5, right? This is a 1/1 versus a 5/5, and even this 2/3, which is their best creature right now, is still smaller than my 5/5. Individually, these creatures are too weak to do anything against this guy. But again, by the power of Gobbo friendship, you could say, if they had more better creatures, they could say, I will just block all of my creatures on this one, and by their powers combined, they will kill it. Even though I might lose all of those creatures in the process. But they literally right now don't even have enough power. They only have 2 power here, 1 power, 1 power. That's 4 power versus 5 toughness. So even if all of these 3 blocked, they still couldn't kill my priest by their powers combined. So this is an easy attack. I don't know why they are So I'm just going to assume that the robot, the AI is dumb. This doesn't make sense unless they have a damage spell. Oh, we get to show assigning damage. Okay. So, the way it works is when your creature gets blocked by more than one creature in combat, you have to tell the game where the damage is going to go. So I have 5 power right now. I have 5 points of damage that need to be assigned. The way that damage works is, I shouldn't have skipped over the ordering blocker step, but it showed like which order do you want to block or assign their blockers. This card on top gets damage first. This card on bottom gets damage second. If there was even a third card or something, then that would get third. The one on the bottom of the stack, it just goes in order. Hopefully that makes sense. So the way damage works is you have to assign the maximum amount of damage to the first blocking creature possible. Hopefully that makes sense. So you see how I have 5 power? I have 5 points of damage that need to be distributed. This creature only has 1 toughness. So I can only give it 1. Right? I can't give this one more than 1. I mean, I guess I could, but it doesn't make sense. Right? But I can't give this one less than 1. Is the way I should say it. Sorry, let me walk that back. I have 5 points that need to be distributed. I can't say, like, I don't want to give this one, you know, 0. And I want to give this one all my damage because I put this one second. So I have to give this one some damage. I could say 5 points of damage go to this guy and no go to this guy, but that also doesn't make sense, right? Like, I could say all my damage goes to this one and none goes to this one, but that doesn't make sense because I want to kill this guy too. So I can do some distribution of 5 damage across these 2 creatures. This doesn't make sense. But like, see, I can't do 0 here and 5 here. The first creature blocking has to get like damage, like in some way. I could do like, it's hard to explain because they're all both 1s. But basically I'm going to say, okay, 1 goes here and then I have 4 left over. So I guess we put it all on this guy. You know, or we could try to distribute the wealth evenly and say, oh, you get 2 or 3 and this guy gets some, you know. It's weird. Not a great example. I don't know why they did that. That made no sense. AI is dumb. AI is not the future. What did we draw? That's going to be crazy later. Okay. So again, we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to play a creature. This guy's going to go, ooh, we get life. These guys are going to say, ooh, we get life. I'm excited. I'm growing. So we're going to do this. Life gain, life gain. Okay. Gain life. Gets bigger. Bigger, bigger. Gains life. Okay. Bigger, bigger. And then these guys, again, we don't care about attacking with them. They just sit here and gain us life, so we're not going to risk them in combat. But these guys are huge. They're going to attack. My opponent says I have no profitable blocks, so no blocks. You just won your first match against an actual person because they conceded. Let's go. We love when people scoop because it means that they're tilted. Let's go. Congrats. Thank you for the video. I'm glad that's helpful. You're welcome. Okay, so they played a big dragon. With haste, we played with this one last game, actually. It's a 6 mana 4/4 with flying and haste. So it's flying. So, oh yeah, this wasn't covered in my video because that's in a later video that will come out. But basically, a creature with flying can't be blocked except by another creature with flying. Because, yeah, it's just in the air. And my guys are just little dorks on the ground. And they're like, oh my god, is that a real dragon? Oh my god. Ah! And he's like burninating all the people. So like a dragon with flying, a creature with flying, my cards are on the ground. They're ground creatures. They can't interact with the flyer. Hopefully that makes sense. If I had a flyer, if I had an angel or something, I could block this thing because they're both in the air, but I don't currently. So they're going to play a dragon. They might even attack with it if they're feeling really crazy. Yep. Oh, what does this do? Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks, raid bombardment deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature attack. Okay, so basically because this guy is 2 power or less, this thing, which has been sitting over here that I have object permanence problems, so I forgot that it even existed, deals damage. So. This is a desperation attack. This is also just AI being AI. I don't even have to block this. We're at such a healthy life total. This is 6 damage. I'm at 24 health. I don't even have to risk a creature in combat dying to this thing for no reason because like I literally can just take the damage because I'm so healthy. I've been eating my vegetables, you know. I've been getting a good amount of fiber daily. It doesn't even matter. I can just tank the damage. I have and then I have life gain too from whenever I play creatures, so I just gain some life back. So it literally doesn't even matter. Oh yeah, and then you hit him with the preemptive GG. You let him know. You let him know, right? Don't actually do this. This is actually rude. Don't actually do that against a real person. You're thinking you can do that. Don't actually emote at somebody if you already know you won. That's rude. But it's an AI, so I'm gonna do it. Don't actually, yeah, it's BM. Don't actually do that. That's actually so rude. Don't actually do that. That's actually so rude. Don't do that to people. I'm just kidding. Don't actually do that. Okay. So yeah, hopefully that was a really good like walkthrough. And now everybody is a Magic expert and you all exactly know how to play the video game. Awesome. Pretty cool. Can I not change my deck mid? Can I change? Oh, I can change. Okay. Okay, so that was versus the AI. So the reason why we did that is because there's no timer. There's no time limit to a turn. So I could like take my time explaining things. Now we're going to play against a real human in a real match where there is a timer. So you only have a certain amount of time per turn so that your game doesn't drag on forever. So I'm going to go a little faster now that we had a chance to like explain a bunch of things in like micro detail. I'm going to go a little bit faster through this one because we lost our first game because I ran out of time. So we're going to switch to blue-white, which is more my flavor rather than red-green. Do I have a favorite deck combo? I'm a multicolor addict. I love blue. And if I'm not playing blue, I might play like like Jund or something. Jund mid-range. I love like 2 and 3 color decks. I love like 4 and 5 color decks when they can work. Like the crazier the deck and the crazier the interactions, the more fun I have. I'm not much of an aggro deck player. I don't really like the more like straightforward decks. I like the complicated decks with the goofy win conditions, you know? Yeah, 3 color, like 2 and 3 color. Like if I had a choice, I would go 3 color over 2 color. And then if I had a choice of going 4 color over 3 color and having it be like playable, yeah. And same with 5 color. You actually explain everything so well. I think my brain expanded. I'm glad. Would you do viewer member matches in the future? I don't know if we would have a decent way of running those. It depends on like how Magic's like multiplayer thing works. Because like the thing that gets tricky is like if I have to add people to my friends list, that's kind of like a no-no for me. If it's something where I can just have a room code, then maybe. I'll have to look into it. Could be fun though. Yeah, Golgari is fun. I like grindy mid-range or control-based decks. I'm a stinky player. I am not fun to play against though. You know, I play the really obnoxious decks. I am not fun to play against. All right. What is our... This is a terrible opening hand. So like, yeah. This one can shoot something early. This is a 2-for-1, but then we only have a 5-drop. This is a really bad hand. So we're gonna mulligan this one. So you're gonna get to see a mulligan. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this hand back. We're gonna draw 7 new cards, but we have to put one of the 7 back as a penalty. So mulligan. Okay, this is a much better hand right off the rip. Okay, so how do we decide what to put back? I mean, it's still not great actually looking at it, but at least we have a 1-drop. And then we have a pretty powerful 4-drop, and we have something that this is like removal spell. This is a timeout spell, so we can kind of like stall our opponents. And we have a pretty easy pick. We're just gonna put the most expensive card back in the deck because we're so far away from casting a 6-cost card. We can't play this till turn 6 at the earliest, assuming we hit 6 mana on time, which we might not either. So this is very easy. We're so far from playing that. Even if this was a super power, like. Sometimes people fall into the trap of like, this is like the most powerful card in their deck. And they're like, no, I want to have it. But it's like, you're so far from actually, you might just die with it in your hand before you can play it. So put it on the bottom of the library. It's just not worth it. Yeah, that was an easy mulligan. Okay, so here, normally if I didn't have a play on turn 1, I would play our tap land first to just get that penalty out of the way. But we actually do have a creature on turn 1. So we're going to play a white mana. We're going to tap for 1 white, so we can pay the 1 white cost. We have 1 white here. We can pay for this guy. There we go. What do you do? Okay. This is the incubate. This is the incubate deck. This is a pretty good deck. So basically, they make tokens that turn into creatures, and they get bigger. Yeah. So this one, our hand might be a little too slow. So here we don't have a 2-drop. We don't have a creature to play on turn 2. So if we did have a 2-mana creature, I would play this because it enters untapped and we could play a 2-mana creature right away. But because I don't have something to play, I'm going to play my tap land that I don't have the ability to use this turn, right? Now, let's see. Whenever a permanent you control transforms into a Phyrexian, so whenever this turns into a creature, this thing that's sitting over here that's not a creature, it gets a +1/+1 counter, which we saw last game. It makes it bigger. So his creature is actually pretty valuable. I don't think he's going to want to block here. My creature does let me dig. We call this dig for cards. Like I can pay 4 and I get to look for a creature card. But I think my creature is less valuable than his creature. So I think if he blocks here, he's kind of dumb. He might be thinking, though, his creature is only 1 power and my creature is only 2 power. So he might be thinking my creature is better because it's bigger. But yeah, he's smart. He's not going to risk. His creature has more value by just sitting on the battlefield. Kind of like the guy that gained us life last game. There's no way you have this on turn 3. Okay. Well, so this is a legendary creature. Like I was talking about, there are some creatures that have like legend rules. They're usually like very powerful, and this one is very powerful. You can pay life to just draw cards. There's something called card advantage. Having more cards than your opponent is a very real advantage in this video game. So kind of sucks. I don't want to just like prison sentence it because this one just sitting on the battlefield this is where like white removal kind of sucks because like I could put this in timeout, but the problem is it doesn't need to be attacking to be generating value. Just sitting on the battlefield means that anytime something deals damage, he can draw a card. So like putting it in timeout doesn't make sense here. We're kind of hecked, dude. Yeah, we're kind of hecked. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Holy value. Okay. All right. Well, so they're basically just trading life for cards. But like, you know, when you're already ahead, like this kind of stuff is bad if you're losing. But if you're ahead, like they're ahead right now, like it's good. They are very much ahead. Like I'm not able to attack and pressure their life total. They didn't even attack. Okay, well, this guy has flash. So normally you can only play creatures on your turn. A creature with flash can be played at any point in the game. So I'm going to be like, haha, surprise. Ooh. I'm not going to return that guy to my hands. I did not draw a land card. That's a problem. Okay, well, I am going to start pressuring their life total to kind of punish them for drawing cards. So I am going to attack. He is flying, so he only has ground creatures. So he can't block this guy. Now, I could play this, and he blocks these guys really well. I could play this, but I think I want to use this whenever he activates that. But this isn't like a very man. Okay, so I have I have 2 available plays. I could play this guy, which just blocks these guys really well. Or even threatens to stack block on this guy. I think what's going to happen is he's going to turn this into a creature next turn. I could also just use this right now and just like enchant something like this, or even enchant this so he can't use this bomb ability, which I may just have to do because we're starting to get into the late game where this is too powerful. And I get to scry too, which means I get to look at the top 2 cards of my library, and I really need to dig for a 4th land because I'm stuck with these 4 mana creatures in my hand. So I think I have to play this. I'm going to put it on this, even though I don't want to. Okay, we found the 4th land. Elspeth's Smite deals 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Of course, well, that would have been great against that thing, but it's too late now. So we want to make sure we get 4th land. So we want that for sure on top because I need to be able to play this. Do I want the 3? I think I do want the removal spell too. Yeah. So basically, scry means I can either put I can put the cards to the bottom, or I could put cards, I could leave the top 2 that I'm looking at on top, and I can even change the order. So this was the order, I think. I think I was going to draw this first and then this. And I'm going to say, nope, I need land number 4 next turn. So I'm going to reorder it and then leave them both on top. Yeah, I am getting RNG screwed, but that's why scry is such a nice effect. It's a good filtering effect to like help kind of like craft your draw. So I think we're going to see this get activated. Yeah, but I think they have summoning sickness, so I don't think it can attack. I lied. It doesn't have summoning sickness. It can attack. Oops. I actually do want to trade here. This isn't a great trade. My creature is better than his creature in a vacuum, is what you'll hear me say. Like, objectively, I think my creature is better. But this creature has lifelink, so remember it has lifesteal. And because this card is draining him 1 life every turn, and this card also lets him pay life to draw cards, I actually don't want him gaining life over the course of the game. I want him to actually get punished for paying life to draw cards. So I'm going to kill the lifelinker, the lifesteal card, so he can't keep doing that. Hey, Ryoma, since you're a Magic guy, I wanted to ask, do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh before. I think it'd be cool if you did a Yu-Gi-Oh stream. I'm hoping some senpai will come adopt me and teach me Yu-Gi-Oh. He has another one, of course. Okay. We are so in trouble, but are we really? Okay, what is this? What does Muriel do again? During your turn, your opponents can't cast your spells or activate abilities. That's really great. Whenever this creature attacks, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact token. Okay, so this is good attacking. We're not really in a position. So this one's great because it makes my creatures bigger, but... Okay, so here's a sort of an ordering thing. Now, white and black has a lot of removal. Like, white has, like, soft removal like this, and black has a lot of kill spells, and we haven't seen a single removal spell from my opponent yet. So we're kind of at a point where it's like, there's a pretty high probability that one of these 5 cards that they have is a removal spell. So this is my best creature. I don't want to expose it to what is probably... Like, I'm willing to bet my lunch money. I'm going to play this card, which is also very good. It makes my other soldiers... This is a soldier's tribal. See how this is a soldier? This is a soldier. This is a soldier. So all the cards in my deck get the... Oh, this is a soldier too. All the cards in my deck get buffed by this card because it says other soldiers get +1/+1. So this is a valuable card. And look, you can see when someone's like hovering over a card in their hand, I'm willing to bet my lunch money that this card is going to die next turn. So I'm going to run this card out as bait, and then they're probably going to kill it. And then hopefully that means that when I then do play my best card, it's a little more insulated from the threat of removal because maybe they've already used their removal. Yep, see, it's gone. It's dead. It's removed. This is an exile effect. This is what I was talking about. Did you kill my other card? Oh no, he's drawing a card. Yeah. So ossification, it doesn't kill it, and it doesn't put it in timeout like my card does. It just kind of removes it. When a creature is exiled, it's just like gone from the game, if that makes sense. Yeah, lunch money bet means he's serious. Yeah, I wouldn't be putting money on the line otherwise. Oh, he's just paying life like, oh my god, like he's paying life like I swipe my credit card, dude. He doesn't care. Sheesh. This is probably a GG. He's drawn so many cards. He has like overwhelming card advantage. Like, again, it's very likely that he has removal in his hand for like anything that I do at this point. Yeah, he's ahead on board because he has more creatures. He's ahead in terms of like card advantage. He's ahead on lands. He has more lands, so he can play more spells in a turn or pay for more expensive things. I'm pretty screwed. We are pretty screwed. So now we're in a spot where we're going to do where... Okay, I could sit back and try to block. I could lead both creatures back and try to defend. But like this creature is really weak in terms of toughness, in terms of health. So anything I block, it'll probably die. And then what? Then I'm still behind. He still has more creatures and I'm behind on board. I have less creatures. So I'm going to... If this creature doesn't die next turn, it's very likely it dies. Because again, he has a grip of cards. But if he doesn't die, I can block one of these 3 power creatures, and then I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I go to 3 life, and then I'm still alive. So we're just playing to our outs, which is basically we hope that he doesn't kill this. He takes an extra point of damage from this thing, and we're hoping that like this survives and we can block. It's gonna die. Okay, we're dead. GG. Now he is exactly lethal because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he has Exacxes. You win. But if he didn't kill that, there's a world in which we turn that around, maybe. But again, we said it's probably likely he drew so many cards. That's where you can see the power of drawing cards. Like drawing extra cards over the courses of your turns is like because you just see more cards, you see more answers, you find more answers to what your opponent's doing. You know? Do you like EDH Commander? I actually don't play Commander at all. Commander means you need like IRL friends to go play with. Can you swipe in this game? You absolutely can swipe in this game. I haven't done it yet though. Once we unlock drafts, that's where I swipe my card. Is I spend money on drafts. But what the frick are you? Hello? What is this? What on earth are you? What the hell? La criatura. What? So you can get little like dudes that sit on the battlefield that are just cute. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are people who are like, oh my god, it's adorable. I'm just confused. I just don't know what that's supposed to be. Did I see a horse? Hans? There's a Hans. There's a horse. Yeah, you can swipe your card, absolutely. There's a Dargon. There's a cat one? I'm sure there is. There's got to be a cat one. Yeah, there's lots of things you can buy if you want. But he can spin. True, real. True and real. He can spin. Come on. Let me match against an opponent that doesn't know what they're doing. You're making me look bad here. All right, we're just gonna play red. We'll play red-white maybe. I think this deck is pretty good. This deck is pretty insulated from removal, so. Tell me you won't get this guy. I don't plan to swipe for that one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, what do we got? Okay, we got the turn 1, 2/1. This is already good. A 2-power creature on turn 1 is already like really good, but we also get extra benefits. What does this guy do? Trample and haste whenever an equipped creature you control other than this guy attacks or dies. You may attach all equipment attached to the creature. Oh, okay. So it just lets you move things around for free. This is a really good hand. Okay, cool. Yeah, we keep this one. We keep this one all day. All day. All right. So when we play this card, we get to choose. Choose an equipment. Oh, we don't because there's not one on the ground already. Okay, so choose an equipment card in your hand. This is an equipment themed deck. We haven't seen equipment yet. It perpetually gains equip 1. What does that mean? This modifies the cost of a card. So normally, if you look, we have like, for example, this equipment card. It's equipment. It costs 4. I could choose it with this guy and say like it now forever for the rest of the game only costs 1. Or no, sorry, equip 1, not the cost to play it, the equip cost. So you play an equipment. Equipment is like gear or like a weapon, or just think of it as like it's like a helmet, it's like greaves, it's like a sword, it's like a shield, whatever. To put it on a creature, you normally have to pay this much to move it to a creature. This thing says it now costs less to do that. And this is the only like good choice. So this one already costs 1, so we're not going to choose that. So we're going to choose the one that costs more and say, all right, that one now forever only costs 1. It's a pretty cool modifier. Oh yeah, is this an alchemy? Yeah, this little A means alchemy. So the thing that's cool about Arena is this digital version of the game that we're playing. They have this thing called alchemy, which basically just like balances cards, right? When you print a card, like a physical card, you can't balance it after the fact. So what they do in Arena, which is the digital version of the game, they actually balance things. And that's called, if a card is balanced, it becomes like an Arena card. Pretty cool. Okay, this card's insane. Basically, whenever they play a creature spell, it gets bigger, and then when it dies, you move those counters to another creature, so another creature gets bigger. So I'm gonna just attack because if they block here, I'm so happy because their creature is just so much more valuable than mine. Of course, they're not gonna block because they're not dumb. I'm gonna play this 2-mana equipment card. Now, what this is a mechanic for Mirrodin. It says when this equipment enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 rebel token. This token, it just spawns a creature out of nothing, and then attach this to it. So it spawns a creature out of nothing, and then this equipment that I played automatically gets put on it, and that creature gets the effects. So it's a 2/2 that it created out of nothing, a token, and then this token gets +1, -1. So it gets a little more power, and it gets a little less toughness. So now it's a 3/1 instead of a 2/2. Does that make sense? Oh god. It's gonna get out of hand so fast. This is so bad for us. Our opponent's just going off. Okay. So probably better to kill this now. This one's gonna become a 4/4, and there's just no way around that. Okay, so we have a spell that deals 5 damage, so I can kill one of these. So we're gonna start with, we're gonna attack with our 3 power creature. I don't think he's gonna block because both of his creatures are better than my creature. He's just gonna say no blocks. I take 3. Predicting the future right now. No blocks. There's no way he blocks here. Oh my god, if he blocks, I'm gonna be so happy. He might block here. Okay, no, he's not stupid. They're not stupid. Okay. So we're gonna play our tap land because I'm gonna play this 2-mana spell. This is an instant. It's an instant speed. So I can play it on their turn, but I'm not gonna play this on their turn because I'm gonna kill this card, and I don't want to kill it on their turn because this card says at the beginning. Oh, at the beginning of each end step? No, I thought it was only on their turn. This is BS, bro. Ugh. Alright, well, nothing we can do about that. I thought it was only on their turn. Alright, well, basically their side of the board is insane. My side of the board is not that insane. So what's going to happen here is they are going to play a creature. This trigger is going to go on the stack, we call it over here. So watch, he played a trigger. This card, it looks whenever you cast a creature spell. This is important. It's not whenever it enters the battlefield. Whenever you just cast it, it pops. It procs. So he cast a creature card. It hasn't even resolved. It hasn't even entered the battlefield. And this thing is already like, ooh, creature, I want to get bigger. And I'm going to say, okay, before that happens, I'm going to kill you. Because if I let that ability resolve, it has 2 counters. And this thing, when it dies, it moves the counters that were on it around to another creature. So instead of like letting this get 2 extra counters, I'm making it only get 1 extra counter by killing it before that thing grew. But then this thing is going to get bigger again, and I'm just kind of screwed. So we're kind of in trouble here. It's kind of all bad. We're kind of hecked, man. Oh my god. What do we do here? I think I have to put this guy into play. Just so I start getting chump blockers. I think that's literally our only line of play. Alternatively, I could play this turn. Do I maximize my mana this turn and take 5 again next turn and go to 12? Or I probably take even more because, like, yeah, I probably take even more than 5. But then I can start pooping out chump blockers and I can double spell next turn. Okay, yeah, I have to do it that way. Okay, so we're gonna attack with both of these because both these creatures are worse than their creatures. So again, I don't think they block. So I think we're gonna get them to 10. They might even actually trade here. Okay, this is great. I'd rather he trade there. That's fine. We're okay with that. That creature on his side was going to be a problem. So we're okay with that. I think that was our opponent getting a little nervous about their life total. So that was good for us. Next turn, we get to play 5 mana and double spell. We have enough to play this guy and this guy next turn. That's the reason why we ordered our turn that way. Hello? Oh, I'm like hecked. All right, well, we can't block here. So this made this thing gigantic, and it also gave it trample. So basically the way trample would work is if I blocked here, for example, he has 6 damage and I have 2 toughness. Normally this would just tank the entire 6 damage, but because when a creature has trample, he would say, okay, 2 points goes towards this creature, and then I have 4 damage left over. It goes to your face. It tramples over it. So blocking here just doesn't even make sense, just to save 2 points of health and losing my creature. So we're kind of like dead. You're not helpful right now. Well, maybe you are. Well. And did it give it vigilance? Oh my god, I gave him vigilance. So when they have vigilance, they don't tap, which means that, oh, this guy has vigilance permanently. So they don't tap when they attack. So a creature that's tapped, you know, when you attack with a creature, it turns sideways. If it's sideways, it means it can't block the next turn. So yeah. So I can't even attack through these guys now. So we're definitely on the back foot. So let's do this. And let's do I can make one of these 5 power, but that doesn't even make sense. Okay, so I can play this and equip this. Does that make sense? No. Might as well just use my mana efficiently. No attacks. Okay, this guy, he has an ability that's just gonna poop out 1/1s. This guy, he's just gonna poop out soldiers. Hi Daisy, don't worry, welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. And my hope is that I can just use this steady stream of 1/1s to just chump block. Chump block means like you just put a guy in front of another guy because you know they're gonna die, but at least your life total is saved. What are you? If one or more +1/+1 counters you put on an artifact or creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. Put a +1/+1 counter on target artifact or creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Disgusting. So basically, anytime they make something big, it makes them even bigger. Because why not? Why not? Get bigger, get bigger, get bigger. We are so wildly in trouble, it's not even funny. But at least we didn't get attacked that turn. I think for now we are safe. I guess we just put this here. We can't attack though. We don't have any good attacks because their creatures are humongous relative to ours. We're gonna hold this land card. We could play this land, but we're gonna bluff it. We're gonna hold on to it and pretend that it's a spell. Ooh, be careful, opponent. I have a really powerful spell in my hand that you don't know what it is. It's definitely not a do nothing card. But this is just sort of like a lot of the things in our deck don't cost a lot of mana. We already have 5 lands. Oh, my opponent hecked up here. They let the trigger happen before. Okay, so they knew they wanted to kill my creature, but the problem is they let me go to my end step when that ability activates. And as soon as the ability activates, it's on the stack. So even if he kills the creature, in this particular instance, killing the creature after the trigger happened means I still get the effect. I still get the creature out of it. Because he pooped another creature out before he died. He said, I got one more in me. I got one more in me. And that was his final act on this earth, was pooping out that creature. So what just happened here? What just happened here? I don't know what they played. Why are you bigger and you didn't attack? I don't understand what's going on. Okay, so I'm getting attacked with a 6/6. I could kill this thing. This is actually killable. I could double block like this. I could triple block, so I could go like this. This is 6 damage against 6 toughness, but then I have less bodies. And I think having more bodies right now is because I need to buy myself more turns to live. So I think I want more creatures rather than less creatures. So I'm going to double block here to kill this creature. And this is safe because he's tapped out. This is called tapped out. See how all of his lands are tapped? So I know that there's no secret. He doesn't have any mana available to cast like a surprise card. You know, there's no combat tricks or anything or removal that I have to play around because he's tapped out. I know that he literally can't play anything. So, oh, we drew another land. But it does gain us life at least. What are you doing? Why are you all glowy? You have Reach and Deathtouch. Why is this just... It's nothing crazy. It's not looking good, Chief. It's not. We just don't have any attacks still. Okay, so here's a little thing, right? I'm gonna put my game in control mode. I don't know how high level my opponent is. So what would happen normally is I could play this, but then the game would start automatically passing through my steps because it's like, okay, you have nothing else to do this turn. You don't have a card to play in hand. And if my opponent was smart, they would see that it would auto skip through the rest of my turn. And that would actually signal to them that this is a a land card. So I'm going to put my game in control. And so I still have to manually say, go to the next step, go to the next step, right? Go to the next step. So as far as my opponent knows, this is a real card and not a land card. That's like a really high level bluff in this client. I'm just trying to bluff that this is a spell. But of course, I haven't done anything the past 2 turns. So my opponent probably, if they're good, they're also just going to be like, okay, he's just bluffing. He would have done something at this point. But, you know, maybe they're not really good at the video game. I don't know. It's better to bluff than not. Okay, they just remove my creature. Okay, sure. We just kind of die. Yes, I just die. Yep. This is gross. So this is why we kept more creatures around last turn when we blocked the way we did, because I just need to buy myself more turns to find an answer to this. I'm just going to lose the game. I'm just flooding out. This is called flooding. This is mana flood, where you just draw lands and you don't draw any spells. We're just mana flood now. We're just kind of dead. Yes, I just die. Teehee. Nope. No attacks. Clicking too fast. Yes, I just die. Yeah, the 10-10 is pretty brutal. It's pretty bad for us right now. Okay. Well, to make things worse, they just have a flyer that I won't be able to block in the future. Okay. Bow, bow, bow. We're just dead. There's literally, we're just dead. We're too far behind. Okay. Okay, game. All right, yeah, that's called mana flood. That's RNG. That's just RNG. RNG is a big part of Magic. The problem there was that even if we were too far, there are some times where you reach a point in a game when you're like, there's no coming back from this. Like, there is sometimes like a hard like limit that you reach in a game when you're like, I literally cannot overcome this deficit. Like, no matter what I draw, there's nothing in my library that lets me like actually like win from this point. So we kind of knew we were there. Okay, you know what? I'm just angry. I'm just gonna play the spell deck and then hope that I get to do a bunch of obnoxious things and make someone angry. We're gonna play my favorite color combo. Yeah, that early game was disgusting. Yeah, literally his 2-drop into his 3-drop was like there was like he literally hit the wombo combo on turn 2 and turn 3, and it was like, okay, we're so far behind already. I would like to get a win on stream against a real person. That'd be cool. Is it your favorite? I really like Is It a lot. Is it my favorite? I don't know if it's my favorite, but I like Is It. Okay, what do we got here? This is a not good card. This is a good card. This is a good card. This is a bad opening hand, but I don't think we mulligan. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna play this now. What do? You cost less for each card in my graveyard, each spell. Okay, cool. Yeah. This is like a good card. This is why I kept this hand. Ooh, are you draw cards? Oh, you are draw cards. I love draw. Oh, what the fuck? On turn 2? You had the 2-power 1-drop into the 3-power. Who am I playing against? What is like, dude? Arena is preying on my downfall. They're literally giving my opponents the most goated starting hands ever. These starting hands from my opponents are crazy. Like, what? This is like Apex level of like matchmaking. Like, these are like my Apex pubs lobbies. Like, what in the heck? This is crazy. I literally, like, every opponent we've played against has had the nuts draw, like, is what we call that. Like, the nuts. They just have the nuts, dude. Okay. Like, okay, I see you. That's fine. So I have 2 choices here. I could shoot this right now, and then I get to draw a card by putting a card on the bottom, which would probably be this one. Or I could just... I'm just going to use my mana efficiently here and take 3 damage. It's fine. Oh, yeah, I do get to attack. Do I want to attack, though? Because then I take 5. I don't want to take 5. It's not worth it. And then we get to play this guy next turn. And then we can start shooting things. It's fine. Jesus. So what this guy does is the next spell he plays, it enters with a +1/+1. So it enters just automatically bigger, which is kind of gross. And then it has Unearthed. So even if I kill this card, he gets to play it again from the graveyard. We're kind of like hecked, aren't we? So I have two choices. I can play this guy, which does a good job of gumming up the ground. I might need to play this just to get this effect. But I might not want to play it because if he has a removal spell, I want to be able to protect it with this. Okay, so this turn we're just making this guy a dude. I can do this at any time, right, chat? I don't have to do this on my turn. I don't think incubate tokens have that condition attached to them, right? I can also do this on their turn. Yeah, instant speed. Okay. I don't play incubate tokens, but I don't see anything that indicates that I can't do that at instant speed. So we're basically going to do this and this on their turn is what the plan is. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather that one be made a 3/2 and not something bigger. Can deal with dorks. I just can't deal with more big guys. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. So they are, if you look down here, I'm in the way. Okay, that's not helpful. Basically, they are in declare attackers step where they get to say attackers. It's going to then move to my turn where I can say I want to block. But before we go to the step where I have to assign blockers, I first want to create another blocker. So we're going to turn this guy into a creature before we move to that part of the game. Okay. So creating a creature. And now we're going to say, okay, now I'm ready to move to the declare blockers step. So now we move to that part of the game. And I'm going to say, let's block here and let's block. Actually, no, this is stupid. Let's block here because this guy's bigger than this guy. So my guy will survive. Let's block here. My opponent goes, oh, aha, well, I'll eat your creature. But wait, there's more. I will declare those my blocks. My opponent has something because it's locking. Yeah, okay, they have something. Ah, okay. Who are you going to bounce? So he's going to probably return this guy. Let's see what he does. So he's flashing in a creature that lets him save a creature. It's going to return. Yeah, okay, that's fine. You want to protect your 1-mana guy. That's totally cool. You're going to wish that you had waited because now I'm going to shoot this guy. Okay, watch. Aha, this is a gotcha. We got him. Got him. Okay, we're going to deal 3 damage to this guy. This guy gets bigger because he has an ability whenever I play an instant or sorcery, he gets bigger. So now he was a 1 power and he was like, oh, my guy is 3 toughness. Your guy can't kill my guy. He's not so tough. Joke's on you. Now my guy is bigger. So now he can deal enough damage to kill him. This guy's dead because of the 3 damage over here. Okay. I can filter my hand. Do I want to put something on the bottom of my library? I actually don't. I actually think this 5/5 is going to do a really good job against their really tiny creatures. So I actually want to keep it around. Oh yeah, and then that thing too. God, that card's so annoying. Okay. Oh, well, of course we draw the redundant copy, so now I look stupid. Of course. Literally preying on my downfall. Actively preying on my downfall. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to... I could leave this as a blocker, but I don't think it makes sense. I think I'm just going to attack here because I have better creatures for blocking coming up. Oh, they actually want to trade. Okay. Sure. I don't agree with this because I think my opponent, their strategy is go wide. You just want to have more creatures on their side of the battlefield. Okay. So I'm going to play this guy. I could play this one instead, but my hope is that they have a removal spell and they're going to try and kill this and then I can protect it and be like another gotcha moment. Got him. Yeah, I should have put the terror in hindsight being 2020. If I'd put the terror on the bottom of the library, it would have been fine. Ah, look, it's a god. I knew it. I called it, dude. I can see the future, chat. See, look, I called it. I was like, I'm going to run this out and he's going to try and remove it. So he's going to try and put my guy in timeout. But I've been waiting for this moment. You've activated my trap card. That's what they say, right? I have this card. It makes it hexproof. Hexproof means it can't be targeted by any spells or abilities your opponents control. So he says, I want to target your creature with this to put it in timeout. And I go, aha, my card now is protected from that. It is not a legal target. Your spell can't hit it anymore. It's going to fizzle and go to their graveyard. You played right into my hand, you fool. Okay, ooh. That's not a great card. Well, it's okay, because I can get this thing back and then, like, kill something with it. Oh, that's actually maybe not bad. That's actually maybe not terrible. Okay, how do we want to sequence our turn here? I have two choices. Choice number one, I play this guy and I get our kill spell back. I don't like this card. But then I can definitely shoot that. But I also might just I might just draw another spell like this off the top. But my life total is getting low enough that relying on that is maybe not a good. Okay, first of all, we attack. He doesn't have a good block, so he's going to have to take 4, go to 15. We're kind of damage racing now. I'm going to play this. This is going to be a big enough blocker to hold this guy off. I'm going to get... Oh, I could get the card draw spell. But I think I actually just have to kill this thing. So I'm going to put the... This also does draw me a card, basically. So I'm going to put this back on top. So now I have curated my draw. I'm going to draw a damage spell. So what are you? That seems bad. No. No, it makes their things bigger. Okay, well now I'm going to shoot that one. I'm in trouble. And he still has this guy. Okay. I don't die next turn though, right? No, wait, I do die next turn. No, he made this one bigger. What did he choose? One target perpetually gets +1/+1. Okay. Choose it in your hands. So he can't choose this one next turn. He can only choose one in his hand or create a token. Okay. So this turn, I have to kill this. Yeah, it's a damage race now. We're racing now. Okay, so I'm going to do this pre-combat because I want to see if I draw something else. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot this. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I get to add a damage. We're going to put this into our library to draw a card. Dang it, we drew nothing. But that's okay because we can actually still play this guy. So we have another blocker. We're going to attack for 7. We're going to put our opponent to 7. And by my calculations, because I'm so good at math, right? I don't perceive any way that I die this turn. Yeah, we don't die this turn. We are going to get hit for 3 in the air, which sucks. Yeah, we're going to get hit for 3. It really sucked that they made that other guy flying, because now I need to draw and answer. You don't do anything, but I'm not dead yet, so... This is not a great draw. It doesn't really do anything right now. The biggest problem here is I can't attack because... Okay, so I can attack with 2, present lethal. I have to stop and think about this because he has this guy. So this guy is haste. I don't know if my opponent knows this, but this guy is haste when he plays it from the graveyard. So I'm definitely getting hit for 3. So I'm going to go to 1 off that alone. He can also make something bigger next turn and have fly. Oh, I'm just dead because he can get something flying next turn. Fudge, monkeys. I'm just dead. We just lose. If we sit back here and do nothing, he just makes a creature flying and we just get hit for a bajillion. So my only choice here is to just attack all and hope that he panics. But like, I think we just still straight up lose. Yeah. But I think my opponent just blocks. Yeah, they literally just have to only block 2 creatures. And then, yeah. And then 3 damage goes through. They go to 4. They jump a creature next turn by giving it flying. I just can't block enough stuff. We die. Sag. No, dude. No, bro. It's okay. We played that game to the best of our ability. I think that was like the best showcase so far of like... That was the best showcase so far of like different like interactions and stuff. And like reading your opponent's line of play, like trying to play around, because like there was a point in that game, if you guys remember, where I could have played this guy on turn 4. So I had 4 mana, right? And this guy costs 4, and I could have played him on that turn, but he would have immediately gotten hit with the timeout spell. This thing, he would have gotten put in jail with prison sentence, right? So if you think back on that game, okay, well, never mind. It took us out of the lobby, even though I clicked view battlefield. Basically, what I was saying is I could have played him on turn 4 naked and unprotected, and I instead decided to wait a turn to where I had enough mana. I had 5 mana, so I could play him for 4, and then I had the 1 mana protection spell. So I waited the next turn to play him, and then I played him with protection available instead of naked, and then my opponent went for that, and then I was able to blow up that play. So we had some good like reads that game. We had some good lines of play, but again, my opponent drew well and I did not draw well. Yeah, naked, unprotected. Yeah, naked. The blue red might be the way to beat for trial deck for your playstyle. Yeah, but I also want to win. I want to win. We need to win. What do you do? Do you have anything good in this? I have no idea. We have removal, Skyfish Spider, good card. Go for the throw. Like we have removal here. I think this one's too grindy. I think this one's like too. I don't think as a trial deck. I mean, all the decks are kind of nerfed in terms of power level, but there are some that are just like they can still run you over, like we've seen. Well, I guess the good thing is stream gets to see a whole wide range of decks, so there's that. Yeah, Gliss is awesome for sure. Baron naked, nice, nice. I see that. I have a peanut butter jelly sandwich that I made today. I haven't had a PB&J in forever, but peanut butter sounded good to me today. Oh yeah, Glissa is stupid. Glissa is really a good card. You are correct, Squeeze. I mean, first strike Deathtouch is nasty. So to explain, I got a mouthful of peanut butter. Sorry. To explain why this card's really good. So, first strike is a very powerful static ability, because when creatures fight in combat, like attacking and blocking, normally the damage is exchanged at the exact same time. Like, let's say two creatures are like fighting, they both deal damage to each other simultaneously. So like, let's say one's a 3/3 and the other's a 3/3, they both deal 3 to each other and they both die at the same time. But a creature with first strike deals its damage first strike. So if it has enough power to kill the other creature dies before it gets a chance to fight back. So your creature will live. Deathtouch is an ability where a singular point of damage is enough to kill a creature outright. You know? Even if your opponent's creature has like 69 health and your creature only deals 1 damage, if it has Deathtouch, that 1 damage is enough to still kill the 69 health creature. Nice. So the combination of first strike and Deathtouch is insane, because not only like you get to deal the damage first, and that damage instantly kills the other creature as well, even if it's gigantic, relatively speaking. So that's why this card's nuts. Like already, like first strike and Deathtouch as a combo is really good, but then this one also has additional lines of text, right? Whenever it deals damage to a player. So if your opponent's like, I don't want to risk my good creature dying, I'm just going to let you hit me in the face. Because that's the conundrum that you present them, right? Either this card says you block and I kill any creature that you block with immediately, or you don't block and I deal damage to you. But when I deal damage to you, I get to either draw a card, I get to destroy an enchantment on your side of the field if like you have one, or even on my side, it says destroy target enchantment. So like, let's say they played that prison card, they put my card in timeout, I could remove it from my creature and free my creature, get out of jail free. Or remove up to 3 counters from target permanents. So like the decks that we played against that make their cards really big with the counters, you could say, I'm going to make you smaller. Get smaller, get smaller, get smaller. So yeah, Gliss is pretty insane. So yes, this card is very good. Yeah, first strike is good blocker. Yep. So that's why Glissa, that's why people are like, but Glissa is crazy. And I'm like, you are correct. I'm going to play blue-green next, though. Kills planeswalkers, too, yeah. I need to pee. I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back. Okay. Did you wash your hands, chat? You better have washed your hands. I'm glad everyone likes the BRB screen. I'm so happy that I got to work with Mominosa, because I saw their work in another VTubers like opening screen, and I'm like, I want something like that. That's incredible. It's so good, and I'm so happy they crushed it. What do we got here? Oh, finally we have like a curve, it looks like. Scry 1. Whenever you scry. Okay, so we have a turn 2 into a turn 3. This will get unblockable for the turn. All right, we have a curve, ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. We can do things. We can advance a game plan for once. And they played a tap land on turn 1. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna play our elf. Arf. It's not a crazy powerful hand, but it does things. So they're like, aha, I have a blocker. And I'm like, you think you... Oh. Okay, now I have to think. Watch as the enemy gets an insane turn 2 and turn... Don't put that bad juju on me, man. It's happened every single game, dude. Okay, so sequencing. We have an option. I could make my creature unblockable this turn by playing this and immediately hit them for 3. Alternatively, I could play this guy and he gets bigger next turn off of this guy. So I think I have to be patient here. I'm just going to play this guy and be patient. Now the question is, do I want to offer this trade? My creature in a vacuum is better than theirs. And yeah, I think they just trade that. So I don't think I want to risk losing him. So I'm gonna pass up on doing damage this turn to hopefully maximize my damage next turn. You know? What are you doing? Stop that. What'd you just do? Man. Well, that's annoying. Okay, well. So he's in timeout now. He can't do anything. Oh my god, we're just getting too much juice. I actually don't even know how to sequence my plays anymore. The juice is loose. Okay, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna play Arwen Undomiel. They are a legendary creature, an elf noble, very noble. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. So anytime we use scry, which you saw earlier, we're gonna get things to make... Okay, let's go! We won! And it was a salty victory too. They scooped. Let's go. I kind of am sad though, because I wanted to play that out because I was about to go off, dude. But I think my opponent saw the writing on the wall and they're like, nope, he's about to go off. Because like literally we played her. We were gonna play this. We were gonna scry 3. We were gonna craft the top of our library. Okay. So we were gonna look 3 cards deep and craft our next 3 turns. This card was gonna proc. We were gonna put a counter on this to make it bigger. This one also got bigger because of the scry. So and it becomes unblockable. So we're gonna play this, and then we're gonna do it all over again. We're gonna scry again, and then yeah, we were just gonna go off. And my opponent was like, nope, not having it. Yeah, the best kind of win. Although I did want to play that out to show you guys all the fun things that was about to happen. But oh yeah, and so as you play, it says, good job, you did good. You get a card. What do we get? Restless Prairie. Oh, so it's a land. It's a creature land. So it's a land. It makes mana, but you can pay, and it can become a creature. Oh, and it makes your other creatures bigger too when it attacks. Oh, nice. This is like every like isekai anime town ever right here. By the way. This on the artwork. This is like every isekai anime that the protagonist gets sent to. This is what the town looks like. Just saying. How many turns does it take for a game to end on average? I don't know if there's a good average. I mean, you can probably find that data, but I honestly don't know. Some games go really fast. Some games go really long. It depends on like what the matchup is and also how people draw. It's just very RNG based. Magic is very heavily luck based, honestly. And it also depends on the format too. Like some formats literally end on like turn 2. Like Like there are some games, I'm sure, like other card games, like I know Yu-Gi-Oh, like I think is kind of notorious for this, where like literally like turn 1 the game might be over. Like sometimes Magic has that too. Like sometimes you just are like, you are so far ahead on turn 1, your opponent's like, I lost, let's go to the next game. Like it really depends. I like the type of decks that I like playing are the ones that draw the game out as long as possible, but sometimes my opponent won't let it get to that point because again the writing is on the wall, where it's like I have so much overwhelming card advantage, they're like, I can't win, I just give up. So sometimes that happens too. This is a terrible opening hand, unfortunately. Well, maybe not, because this ramps into this. Okay, no, it's not a terrible opening hand. On the play, I actually keep this hand. I lied. I am a control player. I'm a stinky control player, but I play lots of other, like I don't play control. If I ever played against with friends, I don't play control decks. If I play against friends, I play like maybe more aggro, maybe mid-range, but I don't like bring out my really troll control decks. But if I'm playing in an event and I'm trying to win, then yeah, I'm gonna pull out the control deck and make people suffer. Brain not braining again. What's format? There are different formats. Basically different game modes in Magic. There's lots and lots of different ways to play the game with different rules. There's a lot. I don't even know all of them off the top of my head. But basically there's something for everybody. Thoughts on mill? Mill is like, okay, I'm a stinky player, but I'm not a mill player, okay? I'm a stinky control player, but I'm not a mill player. Okay, let's make that perfectly clear. That's my thoughts on mill. I hate playing against mill. For people who are like, what's mill? There's a strategy in Magic called mill, where you make your opponent put cards from their library into their graveyard, because one win condition or one way to lose the game is if you have to draw a card and there's no cards left in your library, you automatically lose on the spot. So mill just forces a player to dump cards into their graveyard until they have none left in their library, and then they lose. And it's so frustrating. It's so annoying. What happened here? No! My strategy, my ramp strategy. That's so stupid. That's so annoying. Okay, so now we're left with a stupid debate. I could play this turn and then have access to 4 mana next turn. I could play this turn and hope that I natural and untapped 4th lands, but I think that's just being a little too greedy. This way also I can... Oh no, this isn't an instant, never mind. All right, well, them locking this guy down was really annoying. They blew up my game plan. Ryoma hates the Jace Planeswalker. Well, I love playing with Jace, because Jace is like, I love playing with Jace on my side of the battlefield as a blue player. You're gonna hate Runic and Yu-Gi-Oh then? I don't know who that is. What are you? Whenever Kemba, Ka, Enduring, or another cat enters the battlefield, attach it to one target equipment you control. Like equipped creatures get +1/+1. Oh, and he poops out cat tokens. Okay, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. What are you? Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to X target creatures, where X is the number of cards looked at while scrying this way. Whenever creature you control, the +1 cover as well. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay. I have to really think about how I sequence my turns then, because this gives me scry. This one gets a counter. This one I can, if I play it and then I attack with it, I get a scry next turn. And he gets bigger. I think I want to play this guy first, so that the summoning stick falls off, so he can attack and get bigger and scry. And then I can play this, which then like lets me put like a counter on him to make him even bigger. Or I can just play this. Like, I have a lot more options, I think, if I play him first. Yeah, this is a scry synergy deck. It's an elf tribal scry deck. Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Yeah, it's temp bigger. It's until end of turn. Until end of turn. So he gets bigger and then he gets smaller. What are you? Can my opponents just stop having like all their best cards for like, come on, man. Please. Give me a break, dude. And you got the flying one? I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. Okay, I think we tapped this guy, so we have a clear path for damage. Okay, so we're gonna play this. We're gonna play this. Lock this down for 3 turns. This is going to... Yeah, you have Flash and Scry. I think I'm gonna keep you on top. A land would be nice, but... So now, I'm going to make you bigger for now. Okay, do I want to do that, or do I actually want to spread the wealth? I may want to spread the wealth around, though. Because... if he has another pacify, basically... if he has another way to put something in jail, he'll put this in jail. And then if he puts this in jail, I'd rather have this than growing this one. So I'm going to grow this one for now. This one's going to attack. He's going to get bigger again. I'm going to keep that on top. I'm going to do this again. So now... actually, because I put one over here, I am going to grow this one for this turn. To maximize damage. And now my opponent has a choice. If they have a removal spell, they're like, which one do I... he might even be debating it right now. That might be why he's looking at him. He might have a removal spell, and he might be like, okay, which one do I get rid of? Do I get rid of this one, or do I get rid of this one? They're both problematic now, especially because I made both of them bigger. I spread the wealth around in terms of like making them big. But he might be like, okay, this one's more problematic than this one. They're both a problem, though. So he doesn't have a great choice either way. But I think he's literally thinking about that right now. Did you go on MTG competitions? Yeah. You want to know a fun fact? Young Ryoma, before he became a content creator, actually wanted to be a pro Magic player. There was a time when I really spent a lot of time in Magic and like money. This was a long time ago, though. I don't think this deck runs Shock. It runs the Battle Hymn. Yep, there we go. Battle Hymn. Told you. Yep. So he was literally in the tank debating between which one to shoot. And so that's why I put the other counter on Arwen, because I knew there was a chance that he dies. And if he does die, then Arwen is at least already starting to grow. So we're already kind of ahead on making our card better. So it's fine if Arwen dies there. So I'm going to add another problematic creature to the board. We're going to take a turn off of dealing damage. Although, actually, we can actually offer this. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and attack here. I should have done this pre-combat. Because if he wants to trade for Arwen, he has to lose his entire board. He has to lose both creatures right now, and he may do that. He may think that's worth it. But now now it's like this creature makes my creatures bigger, and this creature makes my creatures bigger. So I have redundant make creatures bigger effects in play. So even if he wants to trade 2 creatures for my 1, I'm still fine. This guy's locked down for like another turn. He is gonna make he's probably gonna play this and make a flyer, which is annoying, but like I still have this, so. He does have 6 mana now, so he might be able to double spell this turn too. He might be able to play 2 things this turn. We'll see. He might put this in jail, unless he has another Battle Hymn. If he has another Battle Hymn, we cry, but if he doesn't, we're fine. Oh, he has that one. Okay, we cry. Badge. But it's not great. So this is not an exciting turn, but it's fine. We're going to sequence it this way anyway, because next turn we can start growing this thing. So, yep, there's the 4 mana thing. Let's hope he doesn't have something else to play this turn, but he might. Yeah, he does. Oh, no, tap land. Oh yeah, dump your hand. Give me perfect. Oh, that's bad. Okay, never mind. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think I have to do this. Okay. Do I want to offer the trade here? How much does this cost to equip? It costs a lot to equip. It costs 3, but he's also empty-handed, so it's not like that big of a deal for him. And okay, no. All right, we may have the tables may have been turned. I mean, we are behind now. We are behind now. Not great. Now we're really behind. Okay, now we're really behind. That's not good. They just drew the nuts off the top of the library. Well, he's gonna jump this guy. He's gonna move the flying thing to the big guy. He's going for it. Yeah, we need some card draw. I think keeping this on top was a mistake. But, you know, my opponent just had my opponent has had 3 pieces of removal, you know, this game. And it's just like, you just can't play around that. Like, you can play around like a couple pieces of removal, but you can't play around them having 3 pieces of removal, like at optimal times like they had. So that's the problem, is like literally my opponent just drew the nuts this game, quite frankly. Like every other opponent before them. They just had removal at key points. This is, what do you do? That's too slow. More scry, but I have another scry effect. I think I need to like hope to natural something off the top that impacts the board. This is pretty bad for us. Like, we're in a bad way. We are in a bad way right now, for sure. I'm gonna make you block. He's just gonna put a 1/1 in front of it, probably. Yeah, streamer luck has not been good. No streamer luck today. We have streamer unluck today. Oh yeah, this deck definitely lacks interaction, because the idea of this deck is that you just like the idea behind this deck is that you we would have had a really fast start, but like I said, they locked down our mana ramp creature on turn 2, which we didn't expect, and then they literally just had removal for like two key cards, and that just honestly blew us out. So it is what it is. They also top decked this thing, so like they had the right removal at the right time, and they also top decked really well, whereas we have not. Yeah, the spellbook thing is like really powerful. Spellbook just lets you pull cards out of thin air, which is kind of insane. We're so dead. There's just no coming back from this, honestly. We're just dead to this next turn. Okay, GG. We didn't draw anything. This kills us next turn, because they just move this to this and make it bigger, and then it just kills us. So it's free over. It's free over, dude. Please. All right, maybe we do play the Golgari green black, and hope we draw Glissa, and then just go off on Glissa. Also, my opponent also had legendary creatures on like what, turn 2 and turn 3. So I would also like to not play against someone who like literally just draws the nuts like right off the bat. Like, please give me a break, dude. Yeah, Conduit's good. This is kind of a dead card early game. These are decent early game, I guess. It's fine. We're on the play. Getting a 3-power creature down on turn 2 is really good. Yeah, it loves graveyard. This one should be interesting. This should showcase some interesting things. Yeah, I should just get better at top decks. You're right. If chat's like, what's the top deck? Top deck refers to like you draw something crazy off the top. You know, especially when you have no cards in hand, when you're just, your hand is empty and you're like, I just need to draw something that keeps me alive, or maybe wins me the game. Top deck means that you drew something off the top that was like really clutch. I'm gonna lead off with the Thespian here. I want to see what my next card is, because I need to find another green source. Nope. It's pretty easy to put the 6-mana spell into the graveyard, because I don't want to draw a really expensive card when I need to find lands to play my other expensive card. So this guy's, just put him in the graveyard. We don't want him right now. Pretty easy. I'm not sure there was much that could have saved you. No, at the end of that game, because they just like they top decked the equipment that like draws them cards from the spell book, and it was just over from there. They were empty handed and they just like drew into like value. It's like, what are you gonna do? You can't do anything against that. Okay, so we found our other green source, which is good. You're annoying. He's only 1 power, 1 toughness, but he has first strike. Remember what we said about first strike, which means he deals damage first. My guy's only 1 toughness, so I can't attack into this thing because my guy literally dies instantly. What the heck? So similar train of thought. I could play this other 3 power creature, but like he also just gets blanked by this guy. So instead, I'm gonna play this guy. And it lets me like mill 3 cards, and then maybe I get to find another land. So it kind of like digs for another land card. There's a land. Nice. Did you miss anything much? No. We won a game because someone conceded on like turn 3. So we got kind of a win. It wasn't the most satisfying win, but at least it was a win. Yeah, basically just get better luck. Yeah, just get better luck. Put more into your luck stat. Exactly. That's on me. I didn't spec into luck. That's on me. That's my fault. You're so right. Now, it's one of the things when you play Magic, like Magic is a very high variance card game. Like it's just the reality. Like other games like try to like take away from, I know like games like I've played Shadowverse a couple times, like way back in the day. So like games like Shadowverse, you know, they give you like one, what do they call it? Like energy per turn. So they're like, hey, we kind of want to remove the randomness of like having to like hope you draw lands or something, or drawing too few lands or drawing too many lands. So we just give you like 1 energy a turn. So you can just over time continually have the ability consistently to play bigger and more expensive things. Magic doesn't like hold your hand. It's like, nope, you are at the mercy of RNG. You know what I mean? I gotta go have fun. I hope you win. So Ryoma, bye Ryoma, bye Jesse Man. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging. Let's see. We are gonna play our 4th land here and play this. I don't have any land cards in my graveyard, but so what this does, if we tap it, if we turn it sideways, we get to choose a card that's not a land. That's a permanent card. So a permanent card is like something that sits on the battlefield. So like a creature, for example. If I haven't cast a card or spell this turn, you may cast that card. If you do, you can't cast spells. So basically what this says is, let's say I don't have anything in my hand that I want to play, or I don't have any cards. I can also play spells out of my graveyard. But I only get to do one thing. If I do that, it's my only thing I can do that turn. I can't do anything else that turn. And if I played something already that turn, I can't choose to then also play something from the graveyard. So it's like, this basically says you get to do one thing this turn, but it's pretty great to have that option. I just don't have any good attacks because they've gummed up the board and my creatures kind of suck right now, but I'm really lucky that they haven't actually like done anything to pressure me though, because I don't have good blockers either. So we're both just kind of, oh no, I jinxed myself. Okay, well, things are going to start getting crazy on their side now, and I don't really have anything going on over here. Okay, I'm so happy if you're going to let me trade. I'm actually so happy here. Okay, so they're just saying they want to maximize damage. This card is really good in the late game because you can turn it on for 4 mana and dig. You know, you look for cards, look at the top 4 cards, and then they can find more creatures. And I don't want them finding more creatures, so I'm very happy to like trade our creatures there. Oh my god, and we have a way to kill this thing, but it doesn't really matter because he's still gonna get the benefit. But it does mean he doesn't get the benefit again, so is there anything that I want to do this turn? Yeah, I don't really want to play this. I think what I do is I activate this, and then I think I want to... Do I want to dig? I think I want to fill my graveyard with more stuff. This kind of does the same thing while also giving me a 3-power creature, though. But I don't think I need another 3-power creature right now. I think I just would rather dig further for things. Ooh, okay. So we get a land, and I could play this turn. Folger! Folger, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Folger and friends. Hello. I hope you had an awesome stream. Welcome in. We're playing some Magic the Gathering. We're chasing our second win of the day. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I don't think I'm going to play this guy this turn. I think I want to hold this up to potentially nuke something on my opponent's side. The Comfy Raid. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Confidants. Hi, my name is Ryoma. I am NIJISANJI EN's credit card swiping ronin from the newest wave Denauth, aka Denauth. And we are teaching the Rionins over here. Welcome to the Rionian community. We're teaching them how to play Magic card games. We're struggling. It's oh my god, they found the best card in their deck. Can I please get a break? I can't catch a break, dude. I can't catch a break. But it's okay. It's why we're saving this removal spell, so we get to exile it. So we're gonna deal with it at least. So yeah, we have about 45 minutes left. So let's see. Good afternoon, Mama. I hope it's going well. Mama, who's Mama? I I haven't watched the video yet, but I saw you made a whole guide to Magic, so I'm excited to see it and learn the basic. Oh heck yeah! And then you come play. Okay, so why can I not? Oh my god, it says I can't do things on their turn. I forgot. I can't. Oh my god, my opponent is hitting the gritty on me right now. All right, well, we're gonna get rid of that before anything crazy happens. Have a wonderful day, Reddits and Confidants. Welcome again, Niji-san. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the warm welcome. You and everybody else have been so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If Ren is your dad and Folger's mom. Wait, does Folger mom? Wait, who is who? Okay. We can do things this turn. Let's go ahead and play Recycler. Okay. Let's add a land to our board. Let's play Return Diminisher. It enters tap, so it can't really do anything. And why didn't I play this? What was I thinking? Oh my god, my brain. I don't know why I didn't play this. That was stupid of me. I'm Mama? Yeah, we're still working on a nickname for you. I'm just Fushot. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, Ren's our dad. Ren adopted the entirety of Denauth. What in the family tree? What? What's going on? Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I think I thought I still had this card for some reason in my... I think I thought I needed the 1 mana, like, floating for some reason. I don't know why I thought that, but clearly I wasn't braining. Sometimes your brain don't brain. You know what I mean? All right, we need to just trade things off. We're okay trading things off because, you know, our deck likes to have things in the graveyard. Oh my god, he's gonna bounce this thing and then he can play it again. No, you're gonna bounce that thing? Okay, sure. I thought he was gonna bounce that thing so he could get more effects out of it, which would have been disgusting. Would have been disgusting. What are you? You don't do anything. No. You just give me more mana, but I'm pretty good on mana right now. I need to deal with this. This is a problem. I have nothing to deal with this. I may just have to go for the card draw creature now. I think I just have to go for the card draw creature before my life total starts getting even lower. So we're gonna play this guy. He's gonna draw us 2 cards, but we trade 2 life for it. Okay, we found a removal spell. That's gonna be huge later. This gains us a life back, so that's nice. They don't have good blocks here, so I am going to attack to try to get some damage in. Finally, this game. Mama also has meaning as it is. Oh, like Sona Mama. I feel like I heard. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Sona Mama. What does Graveyard do again? Graveyard typically doesn't do anything. This is where cards that are dead or expended go. Normally you can't do anything with them, but this style of deck, this is like a reanimator style deck. It brings things back to life from the graveyard. So your graveyard basically becomes an extension of your hand. Whereas like my opponent, like this stuff, they're like, I can't really get it back. Well, this guy does come back, so that's not a good example, but all I know about Magic the Gathering is Blue-Eyed White Dragon. You got it. You nailed it. I have nothing left to teach you. I have nothing left to teach you. You can make Rio Mama jokes like that. I've seen a lot of people like want to make the Rio Mama jokes. I'm not gonna ever personally make the Rio Mama jokes because I don't want to potentially like offend anybody who doesn't find that style of joke funny. So just from my side of things, like I personally won't be making those kind of jokes. That's just where like you won't hear me like making that joke, but that's just because of where I'm coming from. Because I know some people like family jokes maybe is just like not like a is like a no-go for them. Ryo-chan is a nickname. You know, I've not heard that one, but I don't hate that one. That's fine. I like that one. Ryo-chan. Okay, now I do need to think about my mana base. Now I have a lot of lines of play available to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can count. Oh my god. Oh, we are in trouble. Thought nickname was just Ryo. Yeah, Ryo. Ryoma. Ryo-chan is cute too, if you want to do Ryo-chan. Yeah. Okay, what am I doing here? Okay, we're gonna use this to kill this. We have to kill the flyer because it's gonna eat us alive. Okay, so we start this turn by attacking. We're damage racing. This is called damage racing. We're trying to kill our opponent before they kill us. Our opponent thinks they're ahead right now because they're like, oh, well, I at least have this 3-power flyer to like win this damage race. They don't know this flyer is gonna die. Brioski. Sup, bro? Sup, Brioski? Oh, my opponent said they'd rather keep that creature alive, which is really interesting. That's an interesting choice to me. Okay, so I need 2 mana set aside for this for sure. And honestly, I'm actually just gonna do this now. It's an instant, so I can do it at any point in the game. But I don't want to risk letting them untap and have mana and draw a card and potentially protect this spell. So I'm just going to do that now. Get that off the table for sure. Like guaranteed get rid of that card. I am going to probably Gigamole. What a Gigamole, dude. What a Giga Chad. Probably Gigamole. And then potentially play... Oh, no. That has the thing. Oh, okay, what did we find? Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, that's really good. Enters the battlefield, sacrifice another creature starter. Okay, so this one's good. This one lets me get things out of the graveyard. But I would actually rather have this because this is a removal spell. And I gain life. So this card has a lot more potential upside. Okay, so I didn't draw anything else, so I'm going to play this. Oh yeah, I have this too, so I can actually just go... I could get 2 spells, but that's... yeah, I guess I could save it for next turn. Okay. We did a lot. That was a big turn for us. What's up, Brioski? Rioberto. Rio. That's hard for me to say. Rion. Yeah, Pion. Gigamole is the new Giga Chat. Yeah, he's the new Giga Chat on the block. The new Giga Chat in town. Okay, I actually do want to fill my graveyard with creatures because I think I might use the text to exile my graveyard and gain life off of Skyfish Scooter. So I think I don't mind blocking there to save some extra damage to protect my life total a little bit. Okay. There's nothing valuable for Spooter this turn to shoot though, so... I think what we're doing this turn is we're probably repossessing this guy. So that costs 3 mana. 1, 2, 3. And then I have enough to play him. And then I have enough to play this. Yeah, I've got a bunch of mana. Okay, so I'm going to start by attacking. Because my opponent doesn't have very good blocks here. Brioski and Ryo-chan are remaining on the mood of discussion. Yeah, and why limit ourselves? We could have even more. Giga Chad. Giga Chad Ryoma. Scooter, yeah, Scooter. If you missed our Shishingo learning stream yesterday, chat, we were playing Shishingo because I'm trying to learn Japanese and improve, like, and chat was so helpful with like my pronunciations. And I think the funniest thing that came out of that stream was I was trying to figure out how to play like it wasn't Taskaru. What were we Skudu. Yeah, oh god, now I have to remember if I remember how to say it correctly. It's Skudu. And someone was like, just say it like scooter. It was like the best piece of advice. It was like everything made sense. It was like, oh, it's just scooter. Yeah, I get it now. It was so funny. Scooter. Yeah, totemo. Totemo. I still don't think I'm saying totemo correctly. That was a whole thing yesterday too. Let's just play this. Enters taps. All right, we're good to gar. Look at that. Te, because it's te, not te. It's to, like short, te, and then mo. Listen, guys, we made such great progress yesterday. We went from sounding like Totemo Muzukashi des to Totemo. Not Totemo, it's Totemo. It's not Totemo. I think it's super cool that you're learning. It helps motivate to learn. I'm glad. I definitely hope to like be, oh my god. They are desperate. This is desperation mode here. Okay. So I want to get you off the battlefield so you stop digging for things. Or don't have the ability to dig for things. I forgot that card does that. I wasn't paying attention. A little distracted. That's fine. Don't want to draw a land. Put that on the in the graveyard. Oh yeah, I can play lands from my graveyard. Hey, let's go! GG! We won! That was like a legit victory too. Let's go! Yeah! Katajikanai. Yeah, Katajikanai. Alright, we actually got to play out like a whole game. And then we won. Let's go. That was a good win. That was a solid win. We did it. Claim my prize. What did I get? What did we get? We got King Darien. I don't know how to read that. Why do we have numbers? We're not savages. We have numbers. We're not cavemen. We have numbers. Why do we need letters to represent numbers? Why do we have letters to represent numbers when we have numbers to represent numbers, bro? This is why math is stupid and made up. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. 48? Well, as far as I'm concerned, he's King Darien the XLVIII, so there wouldn't be a mistake if they just wrote 48. If I was still alive in whatever century this was, I would probably get beheaded because they'd be like, how dare you address our King Darien the 48th as XLVIII? I'm like, well, brother, it's not my fault if you just written it as 48, dude. I would know how to address the king properly, but you had to make it confusing for no reason. And then now I'm getting my head cut off because of that, and it's stupid. And this was a perfectly easily avoidable situation. It's even shorter. Why do we need six things to represent two characters? Like, dude, I'm sorry, but your king is an idiot, and you know what? I will die on this hill. I will literally die on this hill. So, just saying. They didn't have numbers like 1, 2, 3, bro? Well, sounds like a skill issue. They should have thought that up. This is a great time to remind everybody that I will be releasing some shorts very soon on this YouTube channel, debunking math and proving once and for all, settling the debates that math is made up and it's total BS. So subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss that. You'd hate the Roman numerals of the Final Fantasy game. Oh yeah, I don't know how to read the Final Fantasy game titles. Yeah, debunking. Yeah, I'm I'm literally gonna free all of you from the prison of math that I am going to pull the blindfold off of your eyes. I'm like Neo from the Matrix. Okay, I'll show you the truth. I'll show you the world for the way that it truly is. So make sure you sub if you aren't already. No, don't play. I don't want to play. No, I want to see if I... No, don't exit the game. Ah! Have a free win, friend. I want to see if I have access to drafts yet. Can I spend money on the video game yet? When do I unlock drafts, chat? When can I... Oh, I have to win one more time. Shit. Never mind. Okay, we have to win another one. Then maybe they'll let me spend money on drafts. Then maybe they'll let me spend money. This is a horrible opening hand. 5 mana and a 6 mana and a 3 mana 3. I mean, these are great. And I kind of technically can go turn 2, dig for a third land. But then I'm stuck with 2 cards that cost 5 and 6. And there's no guarantee I hit that on time. This hand is also terrible. But it's better than the last one. We're going to put this away because this one only gets value later in the game once things have died. We're going to lead with our tap land to get that penalty out of the way. This is not a very, like, this deck also doesn't, like, come out of the gates very fast, but it would be great to have some early creatures to gum up the board. Luckily, our opponent isn't doing anything crazy. What did you do? Oh, it gets bigger. Oh, dude, the spell book thing is crazy. You just pull cards out of thin air. That's crazy. What did we draw here? Exile creature cards from target player's graveyard. You may cast those spells from among those cards for as long as they remain exiled and mana of any type. Okay, so I can steal things out of graveyard from my opponent. Okay. 3/4 with Deathtouch and lifelink. Gross. Okay, well we can't attack here then, so that sucks. So oh, I have to run in like 25 minutes as well, chat. So we need to get this third dub soon. Oh my god, we're just so far behind on board. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Oh, I should have done the second main. Nope, I'm panicking. Okay, we're gonna sacrifice this guy. We're gonna blow up this thing. We're gonna say shoot that. I could have gotten an attack in with this guy before doing that. That was silly of me. Deathtouch, my arch nemesis. Is it arch nemesis or arc? My arch nemesis? No, I think it's arch nemesis, right? My arch nemesis? Arch nemesis. My arch nemusi. What? I could double spell this turn. It's arch? Arch. Okay, yeah. Let's do this one so we can dig for lands because I have expensive spells. Find some lands. I could get the tap land, but if I get the untap land, I have a removal spell available this turn, so we're gonna do that. Oh, no. That was stupid of me because I was gonna play this guy anyway. My brain's not braining. It's fine. Yeah, it was on the teleprompter. I had to say it. It was on the teleprompter, dude. I'm not even kidding you, chat. That whole thing, that thing during the Denauth Ussi, that was on the teleprompter. I'm not even shitting you. Like, that was on the teleprompter. I'm not even trolling. Staff's on real. It was on the teleprompter. That was on the teleprompter. Real. Staff's on real. You'll never be able to prove it. You're right. I can't show you the script, but it was on. It was. I swear to God, dude. I swear to God, it was there. You'll just have to take my word for it. Listen, I'm the most honest guy you know. Okay, you can trust me. If we're gonna work together to debunk math, okay, we need to establish at least this level of trust, okay? I'm just saying. Pixar didn't happen. Listen, I'm not trying to get banned for leaks in my first week being here, you know? Okay. My opponent is so healthy, it's not fair. This is risky because if they remove this card, I am so low on HP. If they remove this and attack, I am so low on HP. What do you do? Oh, gross. Okay. I just manifested that, didn't I? Whoops. Okay, I have a removal spell, so we can at least clear out their side of the board if they don't add anything here. Cool. Okay, they don't add anything. We have a removal spell. I can't play this and double spell this turn, which kind of sucks. But we can do this. What do you do? Okay, you just make mana. That's fine. We just play this. We play this. We have a removal spell. End turn. That was 2 Ryoma coded? What do you mean? Okay, to be fair, I think that's why. Yeah, okay, to be fair, that was pretty Ryoma coded. Okay, it only puts it into the hand. It doesn't put it onto the battlefield. Okay, so that's good at least. So this thing is getting shot by this thing. Oh my god, they have it. They just get to do it again. That's disgusting. Okay, if they attack here, we're blocking. Nice. We're happy to take this trade. We don't mind this trade at all. I think we win. Unless they do something crazy. I'm pretty sure we just win, right? Because this thing creates a copy of itself in the graveyard. So then that's 6 power sitting in the graveyard. I think we just win. Unless they do something insane right here at the end of their turn. But they only have like access to 2 mana, so I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. Yeah, they're literally just going to run this out as a chump blocker, which is fine. So we're gonna kill the bigger one. I guess they're both the same size. We're gonna kill that one. And then is there anything that we want to get out of anybody's graveyard with this? You may cast cards from among those as long as they remain exiled. Do you have anything cool? You don't have anything cool. Can I play Gigamole plus? Yeah, I have enough mana. So I go this. So the problem is it's a 3/4 lifelink, so he's gonna gain 3 life. But we can push through like a fair amount of damage here. They're not gonna lose anything, but like it's not gonna be easy for them here. Okay, they blocked the card that was gonna go exile anyway. They gain 3 life, they go to 1. We're gonna play Gigamole as a follow-up as a blocker. Gigamole digs. Gigamole used dig. It was super effective. I can't really actually use this card because I can't risk the 2 life loss, but yeah, it does have lifelink. Yeah. But this hopefully sets us up for lethal this turn. But it is kind of scary. They have what? They have like 7 mana and a grip of cards. So like they might be able to stabilize the board here. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. I'm playing kind of fast and loose because I have to go soon and I want to be able to read. I want to be able to say, like, do a little mini like outros. Oh my god, there's no way. Disgusting. At least it's not the 7/5 version of it. Okay, they're just gonna go wide here. Sucks. This guy's a problem. I need to draw. If I can remove this thing, I might be okay. Oh. Okay, so you're gonna go to 4. Let's think about this. So they go to 4. I attack with everything. They block. They go block. 1, 2, 3. No. Oh no, they go to 1. Shit. Do I have anything? Oh, wait. Exile target creature and opponent controls. No, but I won't be able to cast it because this costs 6. So the question is here, do I block this to preserve my life total so I can play this and draw 2 cards? And then hope to just top deck a removal spell? And then what? If I kill something, then they go... Like, let's say they go block 3. No, I still don't have lethal that turn. Okay, so I just have to take this and hope I top deck. Fudge! Oh, this guy's lifelink too, and he has hexproof, or he's menace. No, he's ward. Sorry, ward. No, we're kind of effed, and by kinda, we're definitely effed. This is tough. Okay, so now we do have to play this. We do have to steal the thing out of his graveyard because there's nothing good on my side of the battlefield. So give me your things. This isn't great. Play that. No attacks. All right. Well, yeah, the lifelink on their side just like won them the game, honestly. And I just haven't. I've only drawn like 2 pieces of removal. They all have menace. It's over. It's re-over. GG. You won. Man. Yeah, there was a turn where I literally held back a creature and I may have missed 1 point of damage, which is terrible. All right, I believe I can speed run this. I can speed run the 3rd win. Kat, I want to thank your dono here. I have to go now. Midterm. No, it's so nice to have an MTG gamer in Niji now. You're really good explaining, my dude. Hopefully you won't get so screwed over the rest of the stream. Spoiler alert. I can't wait to see more MTG. Best of luck. Hey, Kat, thank you. Best of luck in your midterm. You're gonna win. You're gonna win so much. I believe in you. This is not a good hand, man. It's fine. It's slow, but it's fine. I would rather this be a creature, or maybe both of these be a creature, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Selesnya counters, easy win. Yep. Oh my god, we could have not drawn a slower, more expensive card. If we don't draw creatures or lands, we just lose. I know Resume plays MTG. We need some Ro versus Resume. Oh, it's on. It do be on. I'm challenging Rose. I'm calling Rosemi out right now. Rosemi-sama, 1v1 on Rust. Let's go. Okay, this is the slower line of play, but this is the line of play I will take because I think it sets us up better. What do you got? You're gonna exile it. There's no way. Okay, well, there's no way. There's no way. Okay, that's fine. But it's not really fine, but this at least still doubles counters that are put on things. So even though I can't get the mana ability out of it, I can still get the passive where it just makes my stuff bigger. So what do you do? When this creature dies, put his counters on target creature you control. Okay. Okay. Might as well put it here. Might as well attack with you. You have another one? There's no way! There's no way! Oh, I thought that was the exile effect. Okay, at least it was a combat trick, so we traded. At least we traded, but I'm still just like, I'm getting, my board is getting nerfed hard. I'm getting nerfed hard here, bro. Oh my god, and he's gonna be big. He's gonna be a big flying boy. Oh no. And now, this is why keeping this hand was rough, because I had double redundant copies of this that just are not good if you don't have creatures, and I don't have creatures. So I did keep a pretty risky hand. But again, sometimes when you're on the play, you kind of have to keep the riskier hands because it just like doesn't make sense otherwise. Get bigger, get bigger, get bigger. Attack for 7. I really need to draw a 6th land, or I need to draw a creature next turn. Thank you for the fun stream. Gotta sleep because work tomorrow, but this is super educational and fun. GG's on the few wins you got. Thank you. I hope they have a good sleep and a great day at work. Thank you for hanging out. We're gonna speedrun this. Proceeds to run into an Azorius control deck. Yeah. It's not really control, but they've just drawn all the right. All my opponents that I played today have had removal at like the key points of the game. It's been pretty brutal. You're a tap land. Oh my god. I'm getting trolled. I'm literally getting trolled. All right, attack for 12. With trample. At least I have the ground locked down. So there's that. Yeah, the life gain effect on this. So I'm just gonna make 2 bears and make things bigger. Ooh, what do you do? Okay, so I can kill their flyer, which is gonna be handy. Are you instant? You are instant. But I also could just make... I need to just make my board go wide, I think. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna make some bears. We're gonna make everything big. We're gonna attack for 15. He has to chump block here. He's just gonna chump block. It helps whittle down their board a little bit. What do you cost to activate 5? He may just attack everything and pump. No, he's not gonna do that because then he dies. Duh. Okay, so now... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we don't die. So I'm just gonna attack with everything and force them to block stuff. I'm speed running. That's fine. I'm going to... Ooh, okay, debate. So I could blow up the 5/5. No, I don't want to blow up the 5/5. Oh, shoot. Okay, if I blow up this, the weakest card, it forces him to chump with something good. So if I blow up this card, right, then it forces him to block. He's going to block this one, and then it's either one of these. He has to block everything. He can't let any creature... He has to block. So what is he going to block otherwise? He's gonna chump block here. He's going to chump block here. And then he's probably going to block with this and then keep his 2 best creatures alive. Was what I would do if I was my opponent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill your worst creature. So now you have to lose at least one of these 2. Like, he doesn't care about these probably. These are the next worst. So he has to block with one of these. So he's going to block with the 6/6 because it does have reanimate. Oh, and it does eat my guy too. Shit. I didn't think of that. Heck. This is why you shouldn't play Magic when you're pressed. Because then you're just going to make play mistakes like this. That's fine. What? This is interesting. That didn't make sense. I think my opponent just misplayed. Yeah, because now he can't just easily eat my creature. Okay, yeah, that was a misplay. So now we get to do this. Now he does have to lose this guy too. Okay, so my opponent misplayed. That's fine. Okay. That guy does get reanimate. It's fine. In turn. Yeah, he ate a bear. I misplayed that for sure. Okay, that's fine. He's gonna reanimate the dude. I will chump block. Oh no, he didn't reanimate the dude. No dudes were animated today on this day, on this turn. Yeah, he's gonna... That's... If I draw a creature here, you lose. I didn't draw a creature. That sucks. If I had drawn a creature, we would have won on the spot, but I didn't draw a creature, so GG, I guess. He has to jump block here. Yeah. Okay. Jump block. I mean, target player searches library for a basic land card. Okay, that's fine. Target up to 1 creature. Make you bigger. Sure. Doesn't matter. I'm dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb. This is why you don't play Magic when you're rushing. I literally had lethal. Chat, why am I this way? I missed lethal. I'm so dumb. It's fine. Yeah, we still win. It's fine. They drew nothing. Okay. Yay, we won. That was a terrible win. That was a I'm bad but you're worse kind of situation. Let's go. We did it. Yay. God, that feels awful. That was such a bad sequence of plays, but I'm just speed running. I was just speed running. I've unlocked a new mode. Yay, I can play. Can I do drafts yet? Can I? Will you let me play drafts yet? It won't let me play drafts yet. What do I have to do to win drafts? Yeah, bro lost harder, yeah. Bro literally lost harder than me. When can I play drafts? Don't you want my money?
climb your way up the tiers of
Okay, so there's Spark ranks. Do I get drafts after Spark ranks? Like what?
After you complete Spark rank, who knows?
After you complete Spark rank, who knows what adventures await? Okay, okay. It must be that. So maybe. Okay, so we do Spark ranks. And then I get drafting maybe? Hopefully. I just am trying to unlock drafts. I just want to play drafts. I don't got to be faster than the bear. I just have to be faster than you. Yeah, exactly. Do I have to do the whole color challenge? Do I really? I'll do this off stream. I'm really hoping that I get... Okay, I don't know, man. I'm going to look this up. Oh. I clicked the wrong button. That was the wrong scene. Okay. Wow, that was a mess. Ooh. That was messy. Sorry you had to witness that. That's how I look when my brain is going a million miles a minute and I'm trying to speed run. Let's see. We're gonna do the thing. Did I read all the tips today? I read all the tips. Kat, thank you again. If you come back to check the VOD, expecting it to be at the end, this is me saying thank you for your tip. Best of luck on your midterm. You're gonna crush it. Let's see if there's anyone that we can raid into. Don't forget, chat, we also have Need for Speed. We have a split stream today. Today is the first split stream. Yippee. So what that means is that we did this here. We're gonna do more MTG because I want to do drafting, but I gotta figure out how to unlock that. And then yeah, later today we are gonna be playing MTG, or not MTG. We're gonna be playing Need for Speed Payback. We're gonna go play Need for Speed. Yippee! We'll start some racing game stuff. Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's like 4 hours from now. Three and a half hours from now? Like roughly 3.5 hours from now. So look forward to next week. I'm gonna write my schedule tonight too. So what I think I'm gonna put on next week's schedule, guys, is I think we're gonna start having some collabs with senpais. So I don't know, I haven't nailed down details yet, but possibly senpai collabs next week. For sure some Zatsus, so I can just yap. Because we all know how much I do that. So we're gonna have Zatsus for sure, possibly senpai collabs for the first time. We are also going to do more Shashingo, so some more Japanese learning. I think I want to do another MTG arena stream as well for more magic. I think we want to do I know I have to go. I think we want to do what, like Apex and PUBG? Yeah, that's the plan. So we're gonna do Zatsus, we're gonna do MTG, we're gonna do JP learning, and then PUBG or Apex or both. So FPS, card game. If Need for Speed is fun tonight, maybe another Need for Speed stream, more racing, and yapping. That's pretty much the overall game plan. I just have to figure out, like, plan out the days and stuff. I think I might try like some different time zones too a little bit. Maybe just like change some start times around a little bit to experiment as well. But that's kind of the rough game plan. Yeah, more yap. Speaking of yapping, tomorrow as well is yapping. Because tomorrow is the bicycle and chill stream. So I got to figure out how to get that set up too. I'm remembering. I need this setup. Figure out how I'm going to do that. Because yeah, tomorrow is just going to be a shorter stream. Because I forgot that I have something to do in the afternoon. So tomorrow's stream is only going to be about an hour and a half, I think. But it will be an hour and a half of yapping while I ride my exercise bike and die. So if you've enjoyed the cold shower challenge videos where I'm yapping and dying, then you're also going to enjoy me doing cardio and yapping and dying. So look forward to that. You can do it with a GoPro or something? No. You know, I have to actually figure out how I'm going to set up my phone and everything to capture my face though. So I have to do a little like figuring of setup out tonight. So that'll be fun too. So look forward to that. I think I posted my Twitter in the chat, so make sure you check that out because my schedule is posted there. Oh my God, I should post my schedule here on YouTube as like a community post. I should do that too. I'm learning how to YouTube stream. This is great. This is so cool. How fun is that, everybody? We're learning together. But hey, thank you again, everybody, for coming and hanging out. I hope that you enjoyed the MTG Arena stream. Thank you for watching the guide video. That's available again if anyone wants to go watch that here on the YouTube channel. We're gonna go raid the fish. We're gonna go raid the fish. We're gonna go raid Finana, and her community while I go take care of some stuff, and then I'll see you again here for some racing. I'm excited for Payback because I think it has a good story. It's not just like brainless like racing. I think it actually has a pretty good campaign story if I remember correctly. So I'm excited for that, and I hope you are too. All right, everybody, go show Finana some love. We're gonna hit her with the Ronin raid. I appreciate all of you coming and hanging out. Oh wait, there's a $20 tip before I miss it. Finally got Streamlabs to work. Welcome to NIJISANJI. Holy heck. Shardetto, thank you for the $20. And the welcome to Niji. I really appreciate it. It's so good to be here. All right. I heckin' appreciate all of you. Go say hi to Fish. And I will see you back here later today. Okay, love you. Bye. Damn it. I always mistime this.